All right, Frank, long-time player, first-time interviewee. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Not too bad. My brain's pretty cooked.
Fantastic.
I'm still not over the hangover from last night, but we all make bad decisions, and this is a bad decision I make every time.
Clearly, you did your best, and that's all that matters.
Yes.
So, what energy are you bringing to Decap?
Well, I had one list which I was really happy with for the majority of missions. This is the second list that has essentially a tough lieutenant, and it's almost a net list.
Controversial.
Yes, I know. I played with it once, but my other list has got a Gulam lieutenant, so I felt that I needed to have something which was a little bit tougher for Decap.
Okay, so that's up on the screen now. Visible. Okay, so I'm seeing it as a slightly blurry thing. That's fine. So what are we excited about? What McMurray is obviously expected to do some work.
Oh yes, absolutely. McMurray is so far this tournament has done really well. But I have played against Lachlan before, and he knows how to deal with it.
Yep.
So that'll be a challenge. Oh, thank you. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm seeing 2 for days. Are you hoping to punch him into loss of lieutenant first turn?
That would be ideal, but I know he's playing vanilla combined, so his lieutenant's probably going to be under a camo marker.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. We'll maybe set them up as threat pieces. I'll see how the board looks when I'm putting everything down.
Yep.
With this list, it's essentially a couple of different attack vectors. McMurray is obviously one of them.
Yep.
The Fidays are another one, but
Yep.
I'm thinking that if I don't need to push them forward, I'll pick the one which seems to have the best chance.
Yep.
And I'll go with that.
Reasonably strong hacking coverage with the 2 breeds and
Yeah, 2 breeds in Pandora.
Yep.
So that should be good as well.
Yeah.
Traditionally, I never get spotlights and guided missiles off.
No, but the threat, even imposing the threat, demands the opponent. It imposes a mental tax to hopefully drain their cognitive resources.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything about the matchup with combined that you would vanilla combined that you would approach differently to? What changes on vanilla combined the archetype?
Well, I know that they're going to have some camouflage units that are going to try and get right up on me. Maybe some warbands in the form of like tiger creatures or that sort of stuff. But I'm not particularly experienced playing against vanilla combines. So I think this would be maybe the 3rd or 4th time ever.
Yeah. Okay.
2 of those games were against Lachlan Summers.
So swings and roundabouts.
They both ended it with a draw, so we'll see who comes out on top this time.
Vanilla combined can also be quite a random drawback of what they decide to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I noticed that you've gone with a Mudawir with chain rifle and jammer, so no smoke. So you're relying on Ara for smoke coverage, I guess?
That's right. I'm not expecting a huge amount in terms of AROs. Like, I don't expect to be advancing up the board into hard AROs.
Yep.
This is a list I've taken with the mutts, so if something's coming towards me with mimetism or that sort of thing, they can effectively stymie that full attack in a way that a Daylami would struggle with. I mean,
Yes, absolutely.
you got mimetism 3 or 6, Daylami's hitting you on 8s or even worse.
Yeah.
So it's not an effective threat, whereas the mutts are. Now, especially with that 16-inch deployment zone, I'm hoping I can get them up somewhere really inconvenient. So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, even if it's like whip 14, damage 13, isolation, it's still a risk.
Yeah, and as far as playing the mission, are you gunning for first or second? Well, especially, Lachlan's deploying currently, so I imagine he's intending to go first.
That's right. So I'll deploy, I'd say, pretty far back. Like I said, I'm a bit tired, so it'll be interesting to see which mistakes I make.
Yeah. Well, hopefully those Mudawir impose enough of a barrier to can do some damage with McMurray and whatever else is there to hit him with.
That's the plan. We'll see how we go.
Fantastic. Yeah, and so what drove your decision to play Hassassin's into this tournament?
So I usually pick a new faction for every sort of year or so, maybe a little bit less, because I love the actual production of armies. That also means that I'm never really mastering one faction. But what I'm going for with Assassins was something which was asymmetric, doesn't rely on mechanical advantage in the way that my previous armies, military orders, and OSS do.
Yes.
I also played TAC, looking for this sort of army, but I really dislike the way they played, so they've stayed on the shelf.
Yeah, okay. And Yara Haddad's an interesting profile.
Hmm?
So she's going to link with the Gulam and the Hacker Marie based on
Yeah.
list layout. Is that correct?
That's right. So as you can see, the Asawira AP Spitfire's lieutenant. So he will probably stay back along with the probably the Barid hacker. And in the other group, we'll have Yara Haddad, the Golem NCO, the Killer Hacker, and the Asawira Doctor.
Okay, so a 4-core. Val would be so proud.
Doctor Shotgun.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so Yara. Have you any thought to the strategic deployment, Yara? Is that a model you've experimented with?
No, never really experimented with the strategic deployment. I just feel that deploying another 4 inches up, especially with a unit like Yara Haddad, who's pretty fragile.
Yep.
And she's going to be coming with friends who are pretty fragile as well.
Yeah.
Getting that extra 4 inches up the board is not necessarily a benefit. And it costs like 4 points or something.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
I suppose, particularly Hassassin doesn't have a lot of like big base stuff, so you're not hurting for close to height models in your actual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if the only change I made from the Rob Control list that he posted at the end of his Hassassin video is the switch of 1 mutt to a flash pulse bot. So I've got a bit of repeater coverage turn 1. So we'll see how that goes. I played this list once against Tero, who was playing Morats, which he'd never played before, and it did okay. So
Okay, well, that's a good
it'll be a
start.
challenge.
Yep. Okay, yeah. And is there anything? What's the nightmare scenario? What are you really worried about? About what you're doing, or about like what is the pin that unpicks everything you're putting down?
Probably some close combat monster like Norkius or something, getting into my deployment zone and just giving me bad forks, either hand-to-hand combat or eating shotguns or that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of really disposable things once you get to the back line, so everything's going to be useful. So those Gulams going with the links, very easy to kill, and once you do, it really reduces the effectiveness of the links themselves. Yara Haddad, as we said before, pretty fragile as well. So yeah.
So those Mudawir doing a fair bit of work, spending a backline. I suppose the Fidays are probably doing a bit of work as a distraction.
Absolutely.
Distraction card effect sort of thing, forcing your opponent to spend the orders, stopping them going to the top.
Yeah, exactly right. So they'll be forward, but not right up against his deployment zone, so they can get out and do mischief in a couple of turns, but he has to deal with them or deal with whatever they do to him.
Yeah.
The danger here is, of course, if a lot of his army's under camo tokens, the Fidays aren't as effective in that situation.
No, of course. You're sounded from what you said earlier that you're anticipating an aspect rather than an avatar. As far as
I don't think that Lachlan pays the avatar that much.
Yep.
Could be wrong, and we're part of a group
after having had it nerfed into the ground.
Yes.
Post Nova.
Okay. We might see. He's not talked about the avatar. I've never seen him play it on the table, so it's not something I'm expecting. But more of a camo token anathematic is his style.
Okay. Pretty powerful face.
Yeah, absolutely. I've faced it before.
Yeah. Pandora is a piece that I sort of she came with Black Winds, and Today is the first day that I fielded rules questions about it, basically.
Yep.
Is she having a moment in the sun now? Potentially, a feature of Rob's video.
Yeah.
What's put her on your radar?
The redundancy. If you lose, obviously there's a guided package in there as well. If you lose the one hacker in the form of a Barid, who's going to be deployed with a link, so potentially a bit more vulnerable than hiding in a back, she gives a bit of that redundancy. She's also got pitches. She's got dodge, so if he sends a Fade to try and speculate to try and kill her, she might be a little bit more resilient.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thinking behind that. But again, this is on Rob's recommendation.
Yep.
So yeah, this is the second time I've played her as a model entirely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I suppose with 3 different models with pitches, the lack of any baggage to reload them is sort of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Well, I think I've got not a perfect sense of how the game will play out. Obviously, that would be too much. But I'm for sharing your insights about your list.
No worries.
Any final words? Any sort of aggravations or hostilities to express, sort of wrestling style?
No, the joke was that it would be Lachlan and I facing Teo round 4 or round 5. And probably playing to a draw again, as our last 2 games have been draws. So we'll see how we go this time. Another draw would be pretty funny.
2 houses alike in dignity.
Yes.
Beautiful. Cool. All right, well, good luck. Have fun.
Thanks very much.
Need you.
Hello. With
Hey.
little fanfare, I suppose we've jumped the gun a little. That was Frank Taylor, who's running running Hassassin Bahram into combined. I mean, you've played a fair bit of Hassassin, haven't you, Nick?
I dabbled in it, and it just didn't suit me.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those in our audience who's unfamiliar, Nick is a long time and very successful Rama player.
It was the fire team. I dabbled in QK some, but they have limited options. And there are some very fun QK lists that I have run, but their toolbox is pretty shallow. They've got some amazing tools in there, but the variety is... drive it over. It's now copying itself. And need to...
There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really like the fire team's Rama, and that just doesn't translate into Assassins. They don't run them the same.
No,
and
certainly very different. Yeah.
It was like playing with the same, very similar models, but not being able to do what I would normally do with them.
Yeah.
So, case of, it wasn't for me. So, randomly had another player talk about, I'm looking at getting into Hassassin. Like, I've got a bunch of them that are sitting around. And the unfortunate part of that was he was crashing at my place for a tournament, and we discussed this having lunch right before he went to the airport. So, had to... he left, and I wrote up a whole list of it, and here's what the offer on them, and so I shipped them out the day after he left.
Yeah. That's right.
So,
yes.
but
So I'm just flipping through Lucky's list. There's a mentor lieutenant. Okay, so a very, very defensive.
yeah,
Not really what a day wants to play it.
no, because it's one of the few things where you don't actually know what specifically is lieutenant.
Although I think there's no other.
Because it has decoy. So there's 2 markers on the table that could be it.
Okay, and Nautilus can be an LT, and then there's other. There's other.
The LT's open information.
Of course, decap.
However,
Forgive me,
you have a camo marker with a decoy.
Yeah.
And so the declaration is this camo marker and decoy, or decoy and camo marker, are the LT.
Yeah, these 2 camo markers contain the LT.
Correct. Yeah. So it is one more level of not subterfuge, but just order.
Well,
thing.
Security through obscurity rather than security through being a goddamn Asawira.
Correct. Because you have to now...
They're both valid approaches.
You now have to discover it, and you got a 50-50 chance that it isn't even the right one. It's just a nothing. Then can go about and go to the next one. It's just more orders to potentially throw out before you even have the chance to interact with it.
Yes.
Let me check to see how they're doing.
I think that's.
Oh,
How are we doing?
Good. Ready to interview.
you did also.
What?
No. Oh, yep, it's muted. Okay.
Okay, good.
So, welcome, Lockie.
Hi.
Excited?
Pretty excited. Yeah, I've lost the game now, so I'm pretty relaxed. And
Good.
Frank's a good friend of mine, so it should be fun.
Good. Yeah, the pressure's off.
Indeed, yes. The first game was like a top table match with Hector, and then the second game was pretty intense and good.
Yeah.
And now so we can just chill and kill some stuff.
Yeah, fantastic. So I see that your list is Memento Mori.
Yes.
Is this list what you're running? Like, are you running this for decap only? Are you running this?
I'm running
what's
this, I think, unless I have a weird change of heart, I'm running this list for everything except for Highlight Class. And then I have a specific list for Highlight Class, which I lost. Yeah,
It's fine.
that did not work. Yeah.
All good. So, tell us about Memento Mori. Reminder that one will die.
Yes. So the idea of the list name is because this list is somewhat designed to win from retreat by getting itself killed. Because it's quite aggressive with a lot of camo pieces. It can score very quickly, and so it can get a lead early in the game, which is quite good for looting and sabotage and supply raid, for example.
Yeah. Okay.
And then hit retreat, which makes the game quick, and have already scored its points. It's not something that I deliberately do, but I look out for if it's coming because I'm getting beat up.
Yep.
Then I'll use that as an opportunity.
Yeah. So to have there's a bit of a flurry online about the retreat list where you deploy less than 74 points.
Yeah,
Which is obviously unsporting.
I wouldn't do that, no, but I would be so aggressive that either if I'm going first, I feel like either I or my opponent should be in retreat by my turn 3.
Okay. Yep. That's roll hard, whether high or low.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
a go harder technique.
Yeah.
Yes,
And so, was your intention for this mission to go first?
it is, and I rolled well, so I am. And what I'm going to try and do, I don't know if it will succeed. See that motorized bounty hunter?
Yes.
It is going to.
Red Fury. How interesting.
It is, well, because you notice there's no other gun in the list. So Ivory tells me that I am immune to gun, so I don't, or allergic to gun. But what that bike's job is not even to shoot its gun. It is to deploy non-impetuous, have a Datarazi throw smoke on it, run over to my HVTs, sink them, and run away and put them somewhere where they are hard to kill.
Okay. Fantastic.
And then my first group's job is to kill my opponent's HVTs, which gives me a 4-0 lead.
And that Speculo and Greif combo. So they're going for the designated targets, or they're going for the.
Probably. So I deploy them not from reserve, just sort of up the board, not in my opponent's deployment zone, but splitting the board.
Yep.
So often there's not really a good place for them to put HVTs where they can hide from impersonators.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can kill both of them in a couple of orders. I can run away with mine with my second group, and that gets me 4 zip up, and then I just see how the game goes from there.
And then you try and tread water.
Yeah, I basically challenge my opponent to be able to come back at me.
Yeah. Okay. And that sounds like a really concrete, specific, and achievable turn 1 plan.
I have that for 3 of the missions with this list. In looting and sabotage, the Greif operator gets deployed next to the box and hits it with a decharge, order 1. In supply raid, those 4 forward observers all push a button, and so I will have 5 pushed.
To really force your opponent to take action pretty urgently.
Hence, so my opponent then has the choice to kill me, which I hope they kind of do, hence the Memento Mori. Or they can try and come back at me, and I will put my things in harm's way to stop them pushing buttons and not let them kill me, but challenge them to.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, and so was the choice to run combined a lineup specific? Was it a response to the lineup? Was that a part of what you were doing this year anyway? Was it?
I have been running combined for a while. I thought about starting Eugene, but the lineup of missions, particularly those three, seem to be quite good for the tactic that I'm making with this list. It seemed to work for it. And also supremacy, because it's got so much forward deployment and impersonation. I can start with...
So you spend your killing rather than shuffling models around.
Yeah, I almost do the opposite in that. It's just put them in zones and try not to get them killed and just score by not dying.
Yeah.
And I'm in a default position of winning in the start of the game because I've got stuff in every quadrant, which a lot of lists do not.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything in response to Hassassin's that will distort how you might otherwise?
The main thing is it made me reserve my mentor lieutenant so that him going second cannot place a bidet right next to it without doing that from reserve.
Yeah, okay.
Just to make that a little bit harder for him to go for the assassination play.
Force that resource to be spent.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. Is there anything... what in Hassassin's are you... What are you afraid of? What's your catastrophe scenario against Hassassin's?
I mean, I guess it is that they deploy Fide next to the mentor because the decoy doesn't work and just go discover shoot. Rolling to get into my deployment zone and from reserve. However, me going first helps out a bit because hopefully I can just kill any such Fide with Norkius before that happens.
Yeah.
But I got to be a bit careful that I don't accidentally get my guy templated.
Yeah. Okay. And you've got and counterintelligence on the mentor helps first.
Yeah, it just helps him not getting killed. There's Jordan hates it. He thinks it's the worst thing in the world. But there's a little combo with the mentor and Norkius because the mentor doesn't usually want to use its order, but Norkius has got NCO.
Yeah.
And Norkius kills stuff really well.
Yes, absolutely. Exciting. I'm keen to see how it pans out.
Yes, my main question is whether I spend a command token to get an extra order in that group too to use the bike. And I will.
Well, it sounds like that'll probably depend on what Frank's done to the battlefield with his deployment.
Exactly. Whether if he had an MS2 ARO, for example, that can stop the smoke, getting down and getting my bike there might make a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And having the Datarazi in the second group is kind of baked into this plan. Like you're drawing from the same pool for the smoke.
Yeah.
Thing to advance under smoke.
Well, basically they'll throw smoke and they'll die if they have to. So they'll try and deploy so that they don't have to throw smoke to cover themselves. They can just throw it so it's not face to face, even if they have to die to do that. Again,
okay, yeah,
they've got to remember they're going to die.
Yes, well, that they are. They're zealots if nothing else.
Indeed.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, well, I guess our final question is: do you have any sort of pro wrestling style remarks for Frank on the way to the game?
I hope we all die. This is Assassins versus a list designed to die. We should all die killing each other, and it's decap, so that's the point.
Fantastic.
Bloodbath for the internet. Let's do it.
Good luck. Godspeed.
All right, thank you.
And we're going to turn the lapel mics back on so we can track what's going on there. It's the booty roll for the bike.
10.
It's
What's
10.
10 on booty?
10 on. We've got our lapel
Probably
mics
not
on.
good enough. I mean,
Contemplation.
Booty on a 10 is explosive CC weapon.
nah.
No, I think
Frank, I rolled an explosive CCW, but I'm going to roll it again because I've got reroll. Yep.
sounds entirely reasonable.
11. Adhesive launcher
Adhesive
plus
plus
1
1
burst. That sounds all right.
Yeah, look, it's usable rather than CC 17. Anything.
If there was an objective,
We don't reveal lieutenants until everything's set up,
explosive
right?
plus combat,
Uh,
Great, but yeah,
I think
well, it's
when
good
you
stuff.
deploy it, it is open inflammation. I'm not sure. We can check. Is that correct?
Yes.
So if you hold it in reserve, you don't have to tell me. But if you deploy it right now, you do.
Nick just confirming. So
Yeah, cool. And by the way, mine is not on the table.
Again?
My lieutenant is not on the table.
And clarification on what I said earlier. I was incorrect. Decoy does not. You have to declare which of the tokens is the decoy, and which is the lieutenant.
okay, so
It's hollow mask I was thinking of.
No, that's
I'm
not
sorry, hollow
far
projector.
enough away.
Hollow projector, you declare which
three
three
indistinguishable
markers. The
And the bike
decoy
is
is
not
listed in the
impetuous, by the way.
part that says the marker that it is, as opposed to the markers.
Yeah, so I guess looking at deployments, that's
Good.
okay. So that's it for today. Are these HVTs?
Those are the two HVTs. The
Those
two
are
HVTs are
HVTs?
4 inches out of his
Can you
deployment
shoot
zone,
a,
right in front of his.
A designated target in ARO if they're being like Civivax and you have a line of fire on the
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
So you can.
But I think
But you
But they don't activate, so there's no arrow.
okay?
so I think the ruling that Nick's
So if
delivering
they
is
were
that you can
Civivac, you could
Civivac
shoot the
in
thing
base
that was-
contact rather than line of fire.
Moving them,
Yeah.
and then you could do that.
Because there's a classified that
Okay,
interacts with
so it needs
HVT.
to be
that does not-
20
there's a classified that interacts
It
with
needs to be
HVT
there
that
or
demands line of
further.
fire, but I think Civivac
doesn't really leave me a lot of
No,
spots out here,
what they're
does it?
asking, because I assume it's because the Fide is there. He's asking about, can you hit a hostile HVT in ARO? And in that case,
well, that'd be
if a
very
model
compelling.
moves up to
HVT?
Civivac, they are hostile. You can flip them with a template in ARO. But they never have an activation, so you can't arrow them.
the model that is activating. Yes.
Correct. If a model comes up to Civivac them,
But if
and
as
you
Lachlan-
template that model, you just clip the others.
but as Lachlan had described, the intention to smoke out
Two HVTs.
smoke out.
Okay, I need to place prone tokens, but I can walk you through what I got, right?
Cool.
He will have to be careful
What are these sneaky
with
assassins
that
up to?
smoke.
So this is the
make
Aswira
sure
AP
that,
Spitfire, who's the lieutenant.
Yes.
We've got a Barid hacker,
You can't
and we've
arrow
got a
the
Gulam
smoke
doctor.
thrower,
Plus
so
Over
he's
here
probably
there
going to have
is a
to forfeit
missile
the
bot.
impetuous
Here
Well,
you've
I
got
think
Pandora.
Lachlan-
and just use the
Now,
Or
down
the
so
here
Lachlan's
there's another
intention was
mutt with a chain
explicitly
rifle and
that
jammer.
he's happy to
There is one
like,
mutt
he's
here,
happy
chain
to
rifle and jammer.
sacrifice the Datarazi.
This is of no concern
but
to
even
me,
so-
don't worry about it.
If he wants to throw this
That's
on
big,
a pole,
That's big, man.
So that's standing up?
Not
No,
covered.
I haven't placed prone
No,
tokens.
it's not covered.
Everything you think should
Yeah,
be prone will be
I
prone.
forgot.
Yara Haddad will be standing and sort of looking out this way. These other guys will be prone, and what you've got is a Gulam NCO with smoke,
Yeah.
and you've got a Barid killer hacker.
Okay.
This is
I was
Dr.
happy to see
Shotgun.
Yara
It's an
in
Aswira
the
with a
Hassassin
boarding
list.
shotgun.
Because
Sorry?
that's always been
Wait,
one
wait.
that I tried to
It is
work
no,
with
it's
in
an AP
Maple
rifle,
with
AP
her
rifle light
Assassin's
shotgun.
profile,
Yeah.
having strategic deployment,
Yeah.
and
It's a
her being a
Dr.
wild
Smaller
card.
shotgun.
Well, and I think the strategic
Yeah.
deployment,
Dr.
the
Light
deal,
shotgun.
a
Dr.
lure
Light
of
shotgun.
strategic deployment had
Still doing
tempted
his
me
residency.
down a false path, and
Right,
Frank
and I think
observes
that's it,
that
right?
she's very
Okay.
fragile. She'll be carrying
So
very
tell me
fragile
how many
things.
It's-
troopers are on the board?
Has to be treated the same way
The
I would
only
treat
one
forward
that's not
deployment
on the
plus
board
4.
is my reserve.
It's not.
So
You don't
14.
have to
Let
do
me
that.
just check
It just
I've got that right.
extends
1,
the
2,
places
3,
you could
4,
deploy them.
5, 6,
So I
But
guess I'm
you have to remember
checking about
not
hidden
to
deployment.
restrict
7, 8,
yourself
9, 10,
that
11, 12,
little
13,
strip.
Did you count that one?
14.
So
Okay.
a lot of times it will
Cool.
be.
And you got
oh,
one
there's a
reserve?
One
spot
reserve.
an inch out of my deployment zone
Okay.
would be a much better place to deploy them.
Yeah.
Let's put them there.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you don't have that, you just can't put them there. So
Okay, prone
increasing
markers.
options.
That's prone for day makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well,
so it
and
can't get
actually
spotted from weird angles.
might give the
This is a camo marker -3.
Dadarazi an option.
What's Nokia's got? Has he got like a ranged weapon? It's hand to hand.
Dadarazi
He
might
is
then be
very
able
good
to
at
throw
hand-to-hand.
smoke on
He has a
two
breaker
without
combi
being seen
rifle.
by the-
He has a Vorpal CCW, which I have not ever used, I don't think. So he's great at TC. He's okay at shooting, like his BS-12 breaker combi. I do shoot things with him sometimes, NWI. But his
They're a
main
little bit
gig
louder than the last group.
is eating people in hand-to-hand. He's also a killer hacker, so he can destroy people's minds.
Memento Mori going first. 9-1 and 4-1.
Well, not quite 9 because several of those hidden deploy.
Oh right, so Caliban.
Sorry, the 2 shrouded will hidden deploy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1.
Oh, sorry. Nope, I'm thinking of the other ones. Never mind. They don't.
So there's the Malignos.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
And I think otherwise they're all
just camo marker deployment. Yep. Okay.
Another regular order. Okay.
That's a lot of
Alright.
ground that he's already covered just in deployment.
Yeah, which that would be really useful.
Couple of
in
those
scripts.
spicy
Yeah.
ones.
Very much.
Yeah.
Very demoralizing to start from that position.
Yeah.
Around here somewhere. They're down
yeah,
here,
that's a-
pretty sure.
It's a good. It's a harsh list for
So
supply
there's no
raid.
extra command tokens or
For
anything.
this, he just starts so far up the board that it's going to be tough to push back
4
to get
command
to
tokens.
his lieutenant.
There's a lieutenant order.
And
Let alone the camo. On that.
Just
And
going to use
if
the
you look
Tartary
at-
Army Corps token next to Pandora. She's prone.
Cool.
no, I take it back. He only has 2 models with mines in
All
there
right.
that can coordinate. with.
So, Frank. Oh, sorry. What was your reserve? Sorry.
Where's yours going?
My lieutenant there, prone, and another camo marker there, -3. I only had 1 reserve
Move that
though.
over so we get a little bit more balance. Yeah.
If you knew things about Infinity, that would tell you that this is very likely a mentor
Yeah, with a decoy.
with a decoy.
Again, good to see. Good supporting behavior.
Good supporting behavior.
You put,
This is
I expect you to infer this information.
basically given the open information.
Very
can
much
pull
the
up
scenario I
army
didn't want having
and
everyone
eliminate it
under camo
down to
tokens.
one thing.
Rather than fucking
But
around. Here's the
then it's
information.
the brace. Yeah.
There's only one thing
My
that I
list is here
have
to
that
ask
can be a
you people
lieutenant
questions.
and have a decoy
Second?
and a camo.
My list is here to ask people questions.
Well,
Like, can
I
you deal
suppose
with
it
a lot of
could
camo?
be something with mine.
And do you like having your face in?
Because it's only
Those sort of
the
questions.
mentor itself is not a
Oh.
thing. It doesn't have shock weapons.
That is true.
So it's just 2 camo markers, so it could
the
be...
decoy is not revealed as
So, point of
decoy.
order,
You're
is there a way
So
to
it-
give
so it
11
could
for
just
paint
be another
score?
-3 camo marker.
Just gonna put
Although
that out to the
there
internet.
isn't a shrouded lieutenant profile. So to say this camo marker is my LT.
but
all right.
This
that
other
camo
one-
marker is
Decision
necessarily a
paralysis
decoy
right here.
because that's not public information.
I mean, can it stab something? You know.
Do lieutenant and then do. Oh, never mind. Because skills. Yeah, you can't do 2 skills.
There's nothing with shock weapons.
I think they got a stun pistol. Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point that they have remembered. These are hostile HVTs, which means they have stun pistols.
Yes.
Which
Only the Fidei will get the stun pistols, not the Knights.
Nothing there.
In Lachlan's
Nothing there.
proposed first term.
yeah,
They're friendly to Lachlan until he fails to collect them, I believe.
no, they're only hostile to one person. They're designated targets.
Yeah.
So they're hostile to your opponent the whole game, and you no longer have to deal with.
Yeah.
If you fail a civivac, you
Gotta
just
put
keep
him there.
rolling.
Prone.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with.
Okay.
I failed,
now
and
you've got the
therefore
net
they're
You okay
less
with no token
inclined
there?
to go with me.
No, I got a token for you.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
I can share a token. I'm that kind of guy.
There's no penalty for fumbling
All
this
right,
particular
let's
battle.
do it, Frank.
And it's not
So we get a drink before we
resilience
start?
ops.
Do you want a beer?
Good luck, my
HVT
friend.
or HVTs are
beer
hostile
before we
to
start?
everyone.
Bless us all. That
nah,
there is a rule.
Any
Of
other
all
sort of drink?
The rules
Nah,
of all
I'm good.
time. That is one of them.
All right, I do need some water. Back in a sec.
So Frank's
Okay,
staying
I will
hydrated,
use this
which is
time to
good.
organise myself
Protect the
and think
protocols.
about my sneaky plan and whether I need another order. So 1, 2, 3. 1 to get there. 2 to think. 2
Get on
to
there.
run away. Is probably not quite enough.
No
Like-
classifieds, right?
No classifieds. When are you getting a drink?
No, there's no one there, so let's get started with the
All right,
game.
let's do it. Okay, so my order groups are 9 regulars in group 1, including a lot of camo markers and Nokias, and irregular camo marker over here. I don't know if I have to tell you that, but I will because I'm that kind of guy. And then 2 Datarazis, a camo marker, and a Nicodron. And let's just call that now. Let's make that this Icodron in group 2.
Okay.
You
Actually,
virtually
that's
for certain
a
know
good
that
point
I
with
have
the-
counterintelligence.
Once he
Yep.
sees
So,
what markers
I
are
was
what
strip
groups.
group 1 of one order.
He's got
Group
the 2
1 of one order?
mentor markers,
Okay.
Icodron, 2
Excellent.
Dotterasi, and a motorized bounty hunter. So he's got 5 orders, 4 of them he sees, and then there's 1 marker that's lieutenant and 1 marker that's not. And at that point, I think you can eliminate it down to a mentor. Yeah. If it was in the other group,
Can you make HVTs go
then
prone?
you
more
could
ambiguous.
hide
I think if they
what
pass
the
the
decoy is
dodge.
better. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
All
I think
right,
that's
so I am going
a secondary
to.
benefit. I think the main thing is that it
I've got
has
no tool.
that it has a camo state and it's lieutenant who costs
You could stop me.
23 rather than 76 points.
And at this point, that decoy marker, until he deals with it, it's still a full marker.
Yes.
And that will
Okay, this could be a mistake,
occupy
but
board
I'm not
space.
going to spend any
That will
command
prevent
tokens to move
recamoing.
groups.
That will prevent
Impetuous. This guy will move straight
Yeah, of
forward.
course, because even though it's
I
not,
don't think
even though it
anything
isn't
sees him
anything, it
because
still has game.
I
Yes.
just
Yeah. Prevent
little
cautious
gaps.
move. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
solid.
Yep.
These rails solid.
Yep.
Just stuck the way we usually play,
Excellent.
right?
Yeah.
Clarifying terrain.
Alright, so this
that
guy's
rails
gonna
are
come-
solid.
4 inches,
Again, just good hygiene. Yeah.
basically to that wall. Arrow. This
Negative.
guy can't see him, but could dodge if he wanted.
Yep. No.
Please,
so I'm
drop,
gonna
drop
measure
2
my
marker
zone of
states,
control.
if you would.
And I'm going to
Yes.
throw a smoke grenade out in this
Are you
direction.
sure your assassin or your Fide does not want to dodge out of AOA? Or,
So? I do that on a 17. So the young men want me to roll this in here.
Oh, that's not a 17.
Okay.
The chroma key worked perfectly.
That's
the smoke
not what I
grenade
was
did not.
hoping
Yes.
for. Okay, I'm going to spend another impetuous order. I don't want to have to do this.
He's got
but I'm going
both of
to.
his
Yep.
Powderossi over there.
Yeah,
So
this was a
he can
thing.
do both with
And
the
he
impetuous
is
orders.
going to run forward
Yeah, and actually
into
baiting out the
my
Fide
own zone, which
and
I
losing
stupidly
Okay.
will he make
and
it?
he's
Yeah,
he's doing it correctly. He,
Okay. So he will stop
He's
at
up.
the edge of the zone
Yep.
because he does not. Oh, actually, he has to go as far as possible towards the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct, because he would
so
stop
he
the edge of
actually
the
does
zone.
not go in the
That
zone.
is not the farthest he can
I'm actually
Yeah.
brilliant, Frank, because if he hits the thing, he stops.
You'd have to go straight forward though.
But if he stops, he doesn't go as far towards the thing. I think.
But you have to go straight forward.
possible.
Yes. So
So even if that's not a straight line.
So the option is go straight, which would be further, right?
no, because I stop when I hit the edge of the zone.
So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
if he hits
the-
the zone, he stops. If he doesn't hit the zone, he goes farther.
Yeah, okay.
So essentially, the
This is
Datarasi
while it's
slides
under the
along the edge of
category
the
of
zone.
so stupid it's brilliant. I'm going to throw a smoke grenade to here.
Yep.
I'm just going to make sure. Okay, I do that on a 17. This
will
time
do
I
it.
get it.
Yeah,
All right,
yes.
so this is my turn.
Now where all systems go.
Okay, now I'm going to spend an irregular order. If this runs to there, I don't think anything's going to see it. Am I correct?
Nope.
Okay, that's a nope. I'm not correct, or nope. I am.
Nothing can currently see it.
Okay, so I'm going to come. It's got an 8-inch move. It's going to just come.
Okay.
Try and be in
So
contact.
he has smoked out, and I think at this point
maybe it
will.
can't. Oh, maybe it can.
He's only moved up 4 inches. Well, let's call it 5.
Second draw
so
still.
this point,
I'm going to try and.
He hasn't finished the
move.
Oh.
Well,
he has.
He has now called Drano.
Fizz 12 to dodge into.
He had at least 3 more inches that he could have pulled back.
Good.
And so right now,
So
if
you're at
Fide
-3 because
dodges,
he can't see.
he'll dodge into
And this will reveal him anyway, yeah?
If he finished the move and moved 3 inches back,
then he'd be able to.
He'd be out
On a
of
9.
range of the Fide dodging into him.
Yeah.
Oh, one off.
You are revealed. All right, so here's my 16 or less.
Fails that
see.
dodge because it's chasing a 9.
16 is a crit. Do I get both for critting?
No, because you only targeted 1.
That was a rhetorical question. All right, so this, I don't know. That one is synced.
Yep.
Right. Then I'm going to spend another order, and I'm going to drive away quickly.
Yes.
8 inches back this way.
It looks like he took the chancier move, but it paid off.
So now he's
he failed the 9.
Now he's probably 8 inches back rather than 5 inches back. Yeah.
I did that one, didn't I? So that young lady is going to come with me, and I'm going to try and sink the other one.
Yep.
I do that on a 16. Oh, do you want to dodge?
So it's not as impactful this time, is it? Because you're driving away.
Yes, but if I failed, you could possibly get in my way.
The old implementation of
Because I
being
can't
able to
come
like
back
stop
again, right?
Oh, he can't get in his way because the dodge results
would
out.
dodge.
It wouldn't stop the movement disorder, but if it rolls a 20,
Okay,
and
16
then
or
the
less.
Fide can possibly
I get
be.
it.
Got the Fide can dodge into
So
preventing him from coming back to
these
collect it.
young
But at this
ladies
point,
are
I think
on the back of
he
my
just
motorbike.
goes all the way
Yep.
back, deposits it,
Yes.
and then deals with it later.
I'm going to spend another order on that motorbike, and I'm going to come. I can vault over that.
Yeah, well, okay. And
Come
here we see
8
just bring it all the way
inches
back,
around
drop
here.
it off,
Here we
So
see
I'm
the
gonna
first
come-
all
half.
the way safe.
Yeah, here we see the
Because
first half of that plan
if
going
he-
off more or less
Two
without a hit.
here, and I'm going to place them
Chromikey dice trace.
here.
Is your missile launcher bot
Chromikey
standing?
dice trace,
It
and
is
then roll the dice
standing
on the
up.
screen.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Very deliberately standing up, yes. I feel like there would be fine.
Yeah,
Then-
good call on cutting your losses.
I can move again, can't I?
You've got out of there with 1. You're nice and safe.
Yeah.
Have you got things
Secure
that
it,
can come that
and
way,
then go back
really?
to the other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got both. But that's.
I think I'm generally
Yeah,
okay
and then
there.
there's-
All right, so now
The bar is not a missile, but as far as like impact templates go, unlikely.
so there is already an order gone from here somewhere. 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know where the other order went. It's over there. That is spent. All right, so I'm going to spend. Before I forget, I'm going to spend my lieutenant order. Norcus is going to cybermark.
Good call. Something to do nice and quick because that way, at the end of the turn, you don't
One of
forget you
those
haven't spent an
Yeah.
order.
And
I have
Norcus NCO?
yeah, it's good to like buy just a beat or 3 of breathing
NCO.
time.
I'm just looking for impersonation
If you want to
thing.
chuck, there's
normally
got
have
Use
2 on the top of that.
just use a
tray.
camo token?
Yeah, sure.
I've got a spare one.
Oh, they're just using camo.
I don't know, they're usually there, but I got a bit disjointed in my last thing. So he is impersonated. Oh, thank you. That's better though, because that one's -6 and he's not -6. Thank you. All right, so let's do this. Okay, excellent. Now, I'm going to spend an order. That's a H3T and that's a H3T. Is that correct?
Yep.
Clarify where the HPTs are.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
H3T and that's H3T?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to
That
spend an order
HPT on his right
on this
side
camo
looks,
marker. And I'm
that's
gonna-
pretty exposed. You have to kind of go
I
out of your
don't
way to get
think
to it, but
anything
it's got a
sees
long
me
line of
if I
fire.
stand up,
There's not a lot of gun.
run down
That's all
here and
true.
across. Like,
But
The
to
specular
there. Let me
killer's
know
pretty
if
good.
I'm wrong.
he's also got a ton of combis that have surprise attack.
Yeah.
And
Well, and a combi, like, yes, it goes to neg 3, but it stays to
Eric?
neg 3 for quite a
You good
long
there?
time.
Okay, I'll run
and
again.
I think he shouldn't have any
sorry.
issue getting a combi
Just gonna.
within 16
Is
inches.
that tall
Get that
enough to
HPT out of
vault?
cover.
Are we allowed to
Throw on
check?
surprise attack for
Or do I
that.
have to get there and then
And even
figure
though
that
those
out?
are BS 11, 12
I have to
models,
get check.
that bumps it up
I got
to
a
your
silhouette
14,
here.
15.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a
the
little bit
HPTs
tall
don't
to
have
vault.
great stats to start with.
So I'm
No,
gonna
they definitely
actually
don't.
At
run
that distance,
this way.
you're trying to dodge on a civilian -3,
so
or you're
yeah.
trying to shoot back at,
So it's
at
just on
least
the
a
stair there.
-6. They're stun pistols, so
So
that's either a
second
-9
pistol.
or out of range.
Then I will
Yeah, I think pistols
move
go
again.
flat, +3, flat, -6.
Okay.
Move 4 inches out that way.
Not often that you have to deal with
Further
a
back than that.
model that's only got a
There.
pistol.
No.
No arrows to that.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna move again.
306.
Yes, 306. Okay.
Point do I see? Oh, I may see that HVT
So it'd
already.
be the -6 or -9 if
I need
still got
another
cover.
silhouette to
Yeah.
tell for sure.
Oh, yeah, but now we're just in this range.
Yeah, I do.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay,
This
so
is,
he's getting
below
up
the
high
line
enough
of
to
that
shoot
fence.
to the head
it
of
is,
the.
but I'm
yeah.
above it and I'm looking across. I can see it.
Yep, cool.
Come around and have a look if you want.
Oh yeah, cool. You're good there.
Okay. All right. So what's its reaction?
Its reaction will be to delay.
Cool. I'm going to measure my zone of control. It is within 8. I'm going to reveal I'm a Caliban with a boarding shotgun.
Yep.
FO.
Yeah, okay.
And I am going to
Well, and because everything
put
in the
2 shots
midfield
into
has a
it.
good gun,
Template or
or a good enough gun for this task.
No, hit mode.
hit mode.
Yeah, hit mode's the right choice.
I will dodge.
Cool.
A 10.
And we'll
What's the
succeed.
fizz of
Surprise
civilian?
attack.
Can HVTs be deployed in cover?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll be +6 -3. So I'll be on a 16. So is that a success or not a success?
No, because it's surprise attack, right?
Correct. So 2 saves,
2 saves.
damage
Yes.
14 AP.
Hitting on 16. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
See ya.
It is dead. Okay.
Sorry.
Right, Vale, HVT, we hardly knew you.
5 orders into the game, and one
it's
HPT's
8
down,
versus
and one
11.
is safe.
Well, yeah,
dodged,
and
I
that's
think,
sort of
though, yeah.
4 points.
Okay,
That's
so
like for 3 points so far. But
I'm going to spend an order
One thing,
on
plus he's also
this,
pulled his HPT back. So
impersonation
yeah.
marker. And I am going to, so they're prone, I'm just going to stand up, move across here to,
yeah, CC6,
Yeah.
BS.
Oh,
I don't know
CC
if they
just in
see me
case.
or not,
Yeah.
because I'm standing and they're prone.
No.
You want to have a look just with the silhouette and tell me? You got one right in front.
S6 for McMorrow.
I'd
Well,
just put an S2 on there and see if we can see its base. Okay.
We can do this.
I think I cannot see McMurrow, but I can see whatever the other dude is.
So,
Okay, I'll delay.
Mara
Okay,
is the
what
tall
are
model.
you?
That's a mutts with
Mara,
a jammer.
Ooh.
That's a,
delay.
good, that's a good
I
multi-layer
will just
defense.
move
You want to take them on at the same time.
So I'm going to move
No, I'm
around
actually
here.
quite
I've got
surprised
heaps of
that
movement, so I can come
that
around
HVT
here.
was put so far
And I'm going to come
there.
to here, out of your
Yeah.
line of fire, but
When
hopefully to be able to
he's
see
got-
that.
Yep, your next order.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it's a 16-inch deployment zone.
It
so
is.
It's a
Okay,
20-inch.
so-
True. There's not a lot of
I'm going to
options
spin an order.
for those
I'm
HVTs.
going to idle.
Delay.
What would like? Delay? Okay, I will reveal.
Yep.
As a growth operator.
Mhm.
And I
Alright,
will
just
shoot
let me
you
know.
with a combi rifle.
So it's yeah.
So you're going to dodge or shoot?
So it'd be
operator's
shooting and
here.
hitting on an 11, right?
Mara is.
I would
behind
shoot
this
you on an
building.
11.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
shoot me, you're going to be at -3 because you're
surprise attack?
+3 for range, surprise, and cover. So you'll be on 8s and I'll be on 11s.
Okay.
So
I
you're going to
will.
shoot? Or
And it was a submachine gun, right?
I've got a combi rifle.
Combi rifle.
You got a stun pistol.
I am going to
Not wrong.
Yeah.
shoot.
Not the best matchup, but
15 fails.
3
All
hits.
See you later.
Dead
Okay.
RBT.
oof,
Very, very strong beginning.
very strong opening. Yeah. Nothing like
Yeah.
If I come
nothing like
back
round
to
2
here,
where no classifieds are scored
out?
for
So see the
until
jammer
bottom of
guy?
2.
Yeah,
I-
it was.
is that standing up, that
Well,
dot?
Prone.
okay,
So nothing
I
really
guess,
standing
sure.
up?
Yeah.
What about...
See?
I think the lip of the building probably stops me seeing her.
If you come around that corner, not prone, I'll see you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What's she armed with?
She's armed with an AP marksman rifle.
She's standing up or prone?
Standing.
Standing.
Her
Okay.
dad gets
Yeah.
into the
Yara Haddad is
Alright.
a far better gunfighter than she looks.
So...
Especially when you put her in a fire team.
4.
Yeah,
12 prestige.
well, and against a list that's all combis and shotguns, a marksman rifle is a supremacy weapon.
Yes. And it's MSP2.
Yeah, I like Yara. Haven't had any luck with her ever. That's fine.
You have to find the right fire team for her.
Yeah.
As an individual model, I don't think she does as well because she really wants the fire team burst bunch.
So,
Well, that's true with
Because-
marksman rifles in general, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4. I drew prestige.
Well, especially if you want her
want
as an arrow piece. And
Can I
well,
go?
normally I wouldn't think of her as a very strong arrow piece. You're right. In this matchup,
Strong
I wanna
enough.
she's
stop
pretty good.
with Maro.
Is she in a Harissa or
2
4?
orders.
She's in a four core.
Okay, so she's got
Immune to surprise.
Sixth Sense. She's being surprise shot hill. Okay, that is a underrated supremacy arrow piece in this matchup
Alright, so
against this
I'm
list.
going to spend an order on...
Apologies.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So we had a four core that was pretty pivotal in game 1 as well.
This Statarazzi.
I mean, it was
Going to move
found, so
4
it's like
inches to there.
roll for that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
interesting to see four cores sort of being.
with Val's,
Okay, that will give the Fidea dodge
it was
if
a
it wants one.
mixed core,
Yeah.
and so he just needed the Sixth Sense on the MSP1, so that it can
no dodge.
it can smoke shoot.
Yes.
You're not going to dodge?
Don't think so. I don't think there's anywhere better I could go.
Okay, so I'm just going to move again, and I'm going to move into close combat.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is. Oh, we're
Okay. He's going up to engage the Fide.
Yeah. Okay. So clearing
so
the
now-
threat now.
I'm going to spend
Yeah, he's got
another order on that
Statarazzi
Statarazzi.
up for the Fide.
I'm going to berserk
and
you, which I think I can do because we're in close combat. That gives us line of fire.
Yep.
Is that correct?
If it's a new order.
All right, so
Yeah, if you were already in. Okay, so you
I
moved up
am
and dodged in.
lots versus your lots, but
Which
they don't matter.
his results first, so even if the Fide dodges,
16, that's
he can
correct.
block him in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
'cause
Fide
you're-
has nowhere to dodge.
Martial
And
arts
then
on
no,
instead of
20,
berserk,
Yeah.
What's your CC?
23 or 22? Let me check.
And
Do our
20.
martial arts still +3, -3 each other or not?
do you get the bonus? They don't take the penalty because it's not face to face.
So that makes that 16 a crit. All right. I did not crit, but I did hit you.
Mhm.
So what's your What's your
Yeah,
weapon?
alright.
DA CC weapon.
As soon as
That
I
is
so I take
martial arts
all
level
round.
2, 3 hits at 13, I believe.
3 hits at 13.
Yep.
Here we go. That seems like a dead Dadarazi.
Yep.
And you've
Does
got
look a lot
2
like a dead
saves at
Dadarazi.
damage 17.
17.
Yeah,
Right.
I've
that's
got martial arts
17.
4.
That's
See you
very
later.
dead
Also
today.
dead.
Yeah. Valet everybody.
Oh.
Just a red
Well,
mist.
Stranger of Deadness.
Excellent
Yes.
trade. This
I
particular
feel I had to do that.
part of the cloud of smoke.
Yeah.
I knew
Puffs
what
red
you were
for a
doing with that
heartbeat.
bike. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you had
And
to
now
like,
he's got
had to
the
make-
option of
had to
sending the
take that
bike
risk.
back
you had to
in.
dry. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it doesn't matter, like,
So
it's keeping
now
the bike safe.
it's all
Them
about
being Civivac is not important.
killing things.
Oh, so he's already civivac'd him into the back of
I
the
should have
split zone.
declared
He
CC
can just
as my reaction.
end civivac
Possibly.
and drop him off,
Yeah.
All right,
and then
so I'm
send the
gonna
bike back in and
spend
pull the next one in
2
while
orders
keeping the first one safe. Didn't he
to
get both?
re-impersonate things.
There's no
So I'm going
civvies
to
here. I think you can
re-impersonate
Civivac
this
2 models.
guy.
Oh, I'm not
Standing
sure
up.
what
There
happened
were
to the
two
other
there.
one.
I think he got them both.
Okay.
Because
And I'm
there
going to
was
re-camo with the other
one,
order.
the dodge didn't go.
It wasn't
And then that
This
that
guy
succeeded on its
standing
second try. And then there was a third order
Then I'm
stamp
gonna
that went
Oakville
8 inches
Prestige.
back and pulled the second
Yep.
model back.
Spend a grand token
okay.
to do that.
Oops.
I'm going to put
I think you
the
might be-
motorized
I must
bounty
have
hunter
miscounted.
on
Yep.
suppression
Yeah.
fire.
We can check at the end of
Then
the
a
round.
couple
Who do we
more
have
orders.
to-
I am going
is the player looking
to.
for a ruler?
Where are they?
I want to get in your way,
I might be misreading.
and I want to stop. So I'm going to spend an order on Nokius. He is going to come. Let's see if this works. He's going to super jump, which he can do without losing his impersonation because he is a super jumper. So it makes it a short skill. So he's going to come up to there.
Makes the movement short skill rather than just meaning the climb skill gets better.
Does anything see him if he does that? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, it makes him not prone. Then he will just come here like that and go prone. So that prone marker will come back there. And one more order. So something I would like to put on suppression. I'm going to spend that order on this here. It's got to move here, which will reveal it as a seed soldier. Which will give that an ARO if it would like one.
To which one, sorry?
That it could dodge.
No. No.
And that I've got a irregular order, which I will spend on the Liberto, and it will come. Well, the mysterious camo marker over here, I should say, out to here, and then it will move again to that cover there.
Yeah, Crazy Falco, that's definitely a
And that is my turn, good sir.
feels silly, but it's very real. That's a absolutely killer first turn from Lockie. That's 2 civvies dead, a kills here and there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
Frank has his work cut out.
I'll
for him.
use an NCO order first. So first of all, so the sea soldier's up, right?
Oh,
It is
He's
standing
got
up.
a Panzerfaust.
That
So I'm not going to
NCO
use any of my
grenade
impetuous orders.
Sure.
Put those.
That's a
I'm going to
grenade
use
launcher and
my
smoke grenade
lieutenant
launcher.
order, which is an NCO order, to move these guys up. As they move up this way, what is standing? What can I see?
At some point, you're going to see a missile launcher, but
Right.
not until you get like the line is like down there. There's a Panzerfaust at some point as well.
If I get to this edge here, will the missile bot see me?
It does see that corner, yes.
Yeah. So I could move up here and then advance to the corner that way,
and
right?
if you come on this side, you get up here somewhere.
Yeah, but then I'm
before it.
engaging that. Okay,
Nick's
that's fine.
just
There's a camo
delivering
marker up here
emergency
standing
rulings
up.
out and
It doesn't
about.
really see
Thank you,
down
Nick.
there that much, but it will see down this way.
Fun little.
And there's
Can
a
this
camo
model
marker
see
here
this
standing
prone
up,
marker
which
that's
you can
on
see
top of
over
this
there.
box?
Interesting.
They're
I
going
have
like,
no idea what they could be, but let's
Yeah.
find out. For
no.
Yeah.
But
How many models did you have on the table at the
if
start of the game?
if that pro marker
Pardon?
moves
How many
about a
models did you have on
quarter
the
of an
table at
inch
the start
up,
of the game?
yes.
And look, it is
I had
important
to
sometimes
have
to just
15
have an
troopers, if
external
that's what
party
you're
because we've all
So I
on a
had,
motivate reasoning occasionally.
a couple of extra
if
camo
it's that
markers, one of which
close,
was a decoy and
it's
one of which is a mine.
It's hard to be objective
Yeah.
when the end result matters for you.
Yes.
And as much as
First
the
order,
players can try to
second
be,
order.
not just try to be, can be sportsmanly and
Oh yeah.
well,
I think I've
as
mentioned
objective
before,
as
but my
possible,
3D vision is
it's
fucked
not.
at the moment.
They can't
Yeah.
completely be neutral.
No,
Absolutely.
well, necessarily to be completely disinterested in the game outcome is not to be a good sport either. To loop you back in,
Conga,
we've got
conga,
the
conga.
Yara NCO Haris moving up. Moving up, worrying about the arrows from I think this missile bot,
Okay.
which can see down along here.
Okay.
But doesn't.
Well, if
obviously
Yara can
this
get up
doing
and take on that missile bot, it's a really good fight for her.
Yes, necessarily in 24 is good for Yara, bad for the.
She'll probably have to take it through the sat zone, but that'll still put her at burst 3. And
Okay,
it's
second
AP
order.
marksman, but TR bot?
Yeah.
Or not TR, but missile bot, so
First one.
All right, how far can I move
Yeah.
up here before things start to see me? Rocco?
You can get pretty much to here, I think.
Yep.
Somewhere like there.
okay,
So
he's
it's the-
definitely going to get in as close as possible.
Yeah, well, you're not running the risk of being in it, so you may as well be unambiguously in cover and way within 24. Whereas it
hold
might
on.
be more efficient
This-
to take the fight
this-
from here.
Bike can see like that.
What?
So now
So if he can
Uh,
push up a
arrows?
little further.
No arrows.
I'm gonna fire
Oh, no,
smoke.
okay.
Two shots
It
right
actually
here.
doesn't matter. Anywhere between 8 and 24 is flat for the missile.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
19 and 16, they'll miss. That's fine.
and I think Frank's now trying to throw a smoke
Another
grenade
order.
into the critical point because the motorbike can see into the similar
This is a Harris with
pocket,
smoke and
so you'd be
MSV2.
taking
It's great.
whichever fight
What's got
you saw
smoke?
first. Be taking
This grenade launcher.
is very good ARO structuring from Frank. Hard work for Yara et al.
Oh no, it's a core, is it?
Yep. Gonna fire that grenade launcher again.
Sure. Oh yeah, it's a Gulen grenade. I see.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Smoke
eight goes
goes
down.
down.
Oh,
Where
and that's
is
backed
that
up by
smoke?
Yara, so
Yara with the
I'll give it a smoke
MSV2,
Just
which
here?
further insulates them against both the splash from the missile bot and the Red Fury.
Okay. I'm gonna flip that.
Thinking I
next
have with the
door and
table
left
for a camera.
We're getting praise from chat, which is nice.
Kristen.
door. Okay, so from there, will I see the missile butt?
I think you have to push this slightly further to your right.
To my right.
Yes.
So like that.
No. Oh, sorry, to your left.
My left.
Yeah, my right, your left. Okay, there you do see it. Yes.
Okay, AROs.
I can't see.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna. We're gonna take this risk out of cover. I think I have to.
Cool. So I would be on flat
Thank you for your patience, chat.
6. So I'll be on a 6, and you're going to be on. I've got
13s.
cover. So you're. Oh, is that a 5-person?
So again, 4-person.
4-person. So you should be on whatever your BS is, right?
13.
Plus 1.
No, not +1 because it's not a pure link.
13. So plus 3 minus 3. And 4 dice.
Yeah, 4 dice.
Well, but Sat
4
Zone.
dice on.
Aren't they
13.
stat zones?
Sat
though?
Zone.
Oh yeah, sat down takes
Right
one
there
away.
on
It's a
it.
Spitfire, right?
It's an
There, right.
AP marksman rifle.
So it's no, so it should be 3 dice then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
through a
3
stat
dice.
zone. Yeah,
3 dice on 12, so 13.
13s.
Okay, I will.
Used to be as 13.
Fuck it, I'll take a shot. 'Cause,
Oh,
you know,
is
why
it-
not?
Unless she takes a hit.
Kind of guy I am.
14
So
bad.
2 8s. I've got a crit.
Right.
Oh, it looks like a
It's
6.
a 9.
It looks like a 6. I should go to half value.
Okay, so two hits go through.
All right, so what's the damage?
13.
Was taken
13.
out
I've
of
got
cover.
cover. So I need 11
With,
probably. I don't think I've got armor.
Through smoke, but out
Nope,
cover.
I'm second level unconscious.
That's
So that is in group
And
1.
I don't think he didn't have any engineers.
Let's just make him unconscious and put another wound there. Just so
I
we
I haven't
know
seen
that-
many engineers at all in this tournament.
Caliban.
Oh, it's all forward observers.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I feel
So-
like
So it's
shooting people through
it's out,
smoke
yeah.
is ungentlemanly. I'm just going to rate this fight.
Well, impersonation's ungentlemanly too.
So I mean,
critically,
to be fair, so he's
doesn't
running away
know
with the HPTs,
no,
but
I'm not doing that.
Actually, that's a good point because he still has a lot of camo markers, and there could very easily be a Caliban engineer in there.
Because it was, I think it was a Caliban that shot
did
the
he say? It was
HVT
here,
by the
right?
Japanese building, but it was not.
It could probably be determined by
Combat
where they
Pro.
are unless the shrouded didn't fully
the
infiltrate.
Witcheries
Yeah.
has
Oh wait, no, sorry. It's
Mine's
16 inch
Nokia's.
deployment zones.
Yeah.
Huh?
The
do
Witcheries
what you want.
has mad
Forward
arts.
Mine's not
deploy
exempt.
Mine's
plus
Nokia's.
8 is the same as infiltrate.
Yeah.
Okay. So there.
Now we've got Yara moving up to.
Like his opponent is very new.
Arrows.
Hold on, just be careful about your link cohesion because that guy looks like he might be out at the back to me.
Yeah, so that's Yara up by the front
So
of the
where are you
bar.
guys?
So I'm moving out
Yeah.
so I can see the bike.
Oh, so you can see the bike and back. All right, so I think if I shoot you, I'm gonna be on -3, -3. I'm gonna not be able to hit you. So I'm. Oh no, am I good? Nah. -3, -3, -6. I'm gonna dodge young Frank.
Good choice.
I
Minus
think
12 to hit.
Correct for the bike.
And I think the bounty hunters are a nice BS12, right?
Yeah, the BS12. They're
Although,
My
they're
PH
a
is 10.
fantastic
yeah,
mobile gunfighting platform, but
right
they're-
until you put a minus 12 on them.
yeah, look,
3,
it
2, and a 20.
happens.
Zero
Okay, so the
hits.
3 and the 2 will hit.
Yep.
Here's
Let's
my
crit-
PH
crit-
10
crit-
dodge.
Crit fish for those zeros.
Nope. So 2 hits. What's the damage?
13 still.
13. 14 and 18. That seems pretty good. I'm gonna guts away. You don't get extra movement for guts, do you? So
No, it's not dodge
can I
movement.
improve my cover? I feel like. All right, let's just see, and I'll come back. If not, if
You
I
guts
come
off
back
the
2
bike?
inches to
I
like
don't
cut,
believe so because it's not a
yeah.
movement
Yeah.
skill.
Check the range for that shot as well.
You can,
Very
I believe
thematic.
you can
What's
dodge
the range
off,
to
yes.
the dude?
but
24,
no, I don't
right?
believe you
Yeah.
can.
It would be cinematic
it
as
seems
fuck.
like
to be like,
24.
oh god, that's terrifying. I'm gonna hide
From
behind my
where he
bus.
was is what I'm asking.
Oh, just
I'm going to hide
What do you
behind this
mean?
thing that's shorter than me.
Where was he? And
on your
at
belly.
what range
presumably.
did I shoot him? Is the question.
I didn't shoot. I dodged.
I shot him. At what range was he when I shot him?
I think he was about 21-ish.
Yep, 21. Okay.
So
Verifying what the range was
Thing
at the
is-
time he shot, since they didn't
Can I
measure,
do-
but it's still public information.
am I out of your line of fire? I don't think I am. I can't go prone because I'm a bike, so I have to stay there. I've lost my.
Yes, dodge prone behind the bike.
Yeah, and that's exactly the thinking,
My
but it's guts
suppression?
movement rather than dodge movement. So, like, certainly, if there's a successful dodge, mashallah, but not this order.
Yeah.
Stop
But it
the orders.
sounds like the bike has been able to duck. But
He's poking out.
Yeah.
You gonna poke
it
out
looks like
again?
he's having
Not
to
to
chase
shoot
them.
that guy. I'm
yeah,
poking
just
out
continue to
a
sort
little
of
bit less.
Yeah.
scoop out.
And I'm going to put a picture.
Oh. No, we've got the
cool.
parade.
So
Trying to put
who has
pictures
the
down.
picture?
The Barid.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah,
the breed.
absolutely.
Hold on, the breed doesn't have MSV too.
Oh, I can't shoot through there. Of course, you're right. You're right.
Ah,
Yeah,
blocked by your own smoke.
You could spec fire
suffering from success.
it. Wouldn't be good odds, but you could. And it's a long skill.
Please, I invite you to do the not good thing.
Okay, so I'll use that same order, and I'll have another shot with
Cool. How many orders you spent?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And how many you got left in that group?
3 and irregular.
Okay, so if I just shoot you normally, I'm going to
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that.
3.
I'll take that back. Unflip. I'm going to use this guy.
15 minus 9. 6. Okay, you do that.
And he's going to jump to there. Arrows.
Feel like I'd like to have a missile right now, but Panzerfaust?
Lamenting the loss of the missile launcher.
Should I just combo you though? No, Panzerfaust.
Okay.
And you go through there, so no, you don't get seen by him. You probably do get seen by this Liberto though.
Jumping McMurray.
So the Liberto's going to take a long range
beautiful, very similar.
shotgun shot, and the Panzerfaust.
Okay. My smoke is going to go there.
Cool. Which will block the Liberto, I would guess.
No, I need to block both, don't I? No, my smoke will go on me.
He'll get a normal roll because he can see you way back there. Unless you threw the smoke like here to block your whole movement in regard to him.
So we're going to get shot from both ends, aren't I? Okay. Which
Yeah,
was the highest
that
ballistic skill?
being in that X
They're both
crossfire
11,
is
but
scary
he's got a
stuff,
higher
and
damage
so
weapon,
order-intensive.
even though you're
You
total
can do
immune.
it safely with smoke sometimes, but it's so order
I will throw the smoke here.
Cool. All right, so the Liberto I'll just put
There's a
down.
comment in the chat about the actually using the roads on this map.
Roll your
And
smoke. I'll roll my thing and
normally
see if it
that
matters.
10.
is not the
10.
greatest
All right.
idea. This map has much narrower roads.
17 is going to be a fail.
Are still functional. They're not
tokens on the
just
ground
dead
somehow.
space
Don't know how.
that is impossible to cross.
So yeah,
And
it's
add
And then the Panzerfaust
add a few vehicles in
is a
there,
normal roll.
and
Easy
it
outside
still looks
16, I imagine
nice
he
with the
is.
roads being used as roads and the buildings
Yeah.
on the
Okay,
blocks
so
between them.
He's on a
But
14.
you don't have giant stretches of dead space and no man's land.
3
no,
hits,
yeah. No man's land car park.
9. What's your armor?
My armor's 4.
Armor's 4, so you take a wound because it's damage 14.
Is that Solaria or is that?
Panzerfaust. Never leave them at home.
That was McMurray. that took the wound.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's armor 4.
What a
And BTS 3.
what a champion!
Yeah. So, like I said, he is total immune,
So
but
there's smoke
it's still
there now, yeah?
15.
Yeah.
Or damage 15.
Something like that.
It's not explosive anymore, but that will eat away.
Yeah, we'll get there. The famous counter to total immune is just a lot of bursts.
Yeah.
Now, the other scene, I think that's increasingly where.
Yeah, McMurray's moving up into the middle.
Yeah.
Not an objective room because it's closed.
Voiced by
Yeah.
Rahone Qatar.
Yeah. I think when something gets to objective room size, I think there's an argument for being able to put HPTs on it as a writer rather than
Yes, I think that's
I'm
still
gonna move
reasonable,
this
but
mark
you're
up.
right. Some of the boards we have where there are large spaces covered by
We're
risers.
going a regular, I
Yes,
guess.
I would say
Moving
that
forward.
that's
What's the scene
not
told you doing?
a building. That's
I'm
just
gonna-
different elevations in ground terrain.
yeah.
Oh, what's he got? Is it just a Panzerfaust light shotgun?
Because otherwise
Panzerfaust
you can
and
end
a
up with
combi
stretches
rifle.
where
And a combi rifle.
there's
so you
no
just
legal
combi
place
it.
to
No, I won't
deploy
do
an
that.
HPT on this board.
Yeah, no, it's not a good time.
And definitely somebody said when you start to get to
also
larger
a
buildings
forward
that are
observer, so
occupying an
technically
eighth of the board,
And forward
Yeah,
observe. Actually,
just saying
forward observing.
that they're now ground level for HVTs.
That's fine.
Yes, switch it over just in time for me to see the lodge cast of my mind
I'm gonna have
gone.
to push that.
Yeah,
No.
of course. On the record now.
Well, so opening,
Forward.
top of one was an
Fuck that.
incredibly good turn. Went up there,
Don't like
hit
it
the
that
objectives, pulled his HVTs back, made it
Alright,
tougher
Yara
on
Haddad is
there.
going to come
But
around there to where she can see
I'm not
the
sure.
Liberto,
This bottom of
The
one,
Liberto?
then
he
come
is
back.
Okay, so
just
you're being
running
smoked.
through the army.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so I have
with
no
no
reaction unless
retreat,
you're within 8. I don't think
he
you
could
are.
functionally just go and
Have I put down
reduce
the
his
bike
order
or
pool
not?
to
I
the
can't
point
remember.
that
No,
he
you did
can't
not. It passed
prevent
pharmacy.
the assassins
use-
from finishing the mission.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the Liberto.
Yeah, I think
The Liberto
Frank's done a really good
will
job of keeping his
drop a
cool
mine.
and just
So you-
okay. I've
you
got
just
3
go
turns to
into
do
it.
this. This is turn 1 of this
Three hits.
process, but that Lucky's forced it to be a
What were you
3-turn
on?
process, and that's very powerful. Yeah,
You'd be on like
but I think Frank focusing on just kill, kill, kill.
bad,
So
bad,
one
bad.
thing to
So it's
consider,
dead.
there's still a cyber mask Morpheus.
Thank you for your life,
Yes.
young Liberto.
And
Another order,
as long
she'll
as there's
pay
enough
gonna be a problem.
and
orders,
shoot at the
and he's
bike
got plenty of
again.
command tokens to move them
Okay,
around
I
as needed.
will dodge.
Yeah, yeah,
As long as Norkius has enough orders,
1, 11, and an
he
8.
can win the game.
yes. Well, and the
No.
yeah,
So,
the
3 hits.
Asawira is obviously pretty
She's on.
important, but
What's it?
like
they've
the
done
Asawira
with
Lieutenant,
13,
it's pretty
right? So I'm on
resilient,
front.
but it's not. It's
Yeah, because I've got cover.
Vorpal's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, can't regen off of when your head is vorpaled.
No.
Asper is usually it's pretty resilient in melee. Like it's good enough that
It's not worth the time.
it's not like you have to. It'll be
Okay,
very
another
defensive
order.
and even offensive
Everyone
against
retreats.
most
4,
reasonable melee models. Yes.
4,
Yeah, it's a
Norkius
four.
is not one of those.
6.
No.
Arrows.
And also, being a Vorpal, there's always the weird fork
And
of
second
throwing it.
order, 4,
Yes, that's
2,
throw with fizz rather than CC, but it's
You throw with your
Norkius
fizz.
has plenty.
4.
Yeah. And unlike the trench hammer, it's not you're not sacrificing the fizz damage.
Yeah,
Another order with that
I
group.
think
Let's
Vorpal flat
reposition these
12
two.
damage on everything.
yeah. I'm not seeing.
I don't think
Weapon shot.
it has its own entry, but
Yeah,
I know
no,
it
it's
for
just
you.
I'll hold off on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just flat.
Oh, just stay dead. Yeah, it's a
Pandora's going to come
pistol
over
that
here
kills you.
and drop a picture
And
down
actually,
there.
not just fizz, it's fizz
Sure.
plus 3.
Yep.
Right.
Because
Yep.
as a thrown weapon, it drops off after 8 inches.
One shot.
But unlike most thrown weapons,
Which she
well,
yeah. That's fine.
actually
within
no.
16.
Most
Bears
thrown
throw?
weapons are plus 3
I
at
don't know.
the 8
Let's check
inches.
it out.
Yeah.
It's just the trench hammer that isn't.
Yes. But it's a hammer.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
The benefit is you can
inch,
throw it, not accurate.
8-inch kill that guy is pretty powerful because not just beyond one.
Well,
the-
especially if we switch over to lists for assassins, because I think one of the limitations on the lieutenant is it can't have a DA weapon. So it can only have the shock CCW.
Yeah.
So if Norkius can
This might will shuffle over
Pick
here.
1 to 2 wounds on the way in,
Then it's
he
necessary,
can then fork him
knowing that it will survive. He will
and
survive.
try to
Yeah, and at that point when
All
there's
right, and this order for
the
repositioning.
high roll is 2, but probably it's 1. And you've got
crit for possible 2 wins.
you can just wait that like that's a damage race. The Asware is not really going to
Possible, yeah. Yeah, because at that point, Aswera only has its CC.
Corner case rules interaction. If the Vorpal weapon puts a 2-wound Asawera straight to dead through 1 save, how many juice boxes does Norkius get?
1. Oh, sorry. The
All
number
right,
of wounds
so
it did.
Which
Can I
is
just walk
one.
prestige
Because
do something else?
yeah,
Do I
one
wanna do
failed
that?
save.
Probably not.
Yeah, corner case.
I'd have to look it up on how it resolves. So it only does 1 wound, and that moves it straight to dead.
Yeah.
However, I don't remember if it crits and fails 2 armor saves and has 2 wounds. If those 2 wounds are applied first,
I think if it
and
crits-
then the
Then the
state equals dead is applied.
I'll O12
Yeah.
prestige.
I think they would happen simultaneously.
Him to move back here and go prone.
I think
I might just
the
use your token
wound
if
has
that's
to be
right.
applied
Yeah.
first
So he is
before
right
the
under
state
there.
that relies on the wound is applied.
Yeah, because you fail to save.
Facing
And then,
So if you crit,
yeah.
you can fail 2 saves, do 2
Alright.
wounds,
And over here, so the
get 2
mutts,
juice boxes,
mutts
and
already
then
moved.
both those trigger state to dead.
Got another mutt order there.
Don't quote me on this.
No, I would never. I would never hold a peer
Prone
accountable.
move to there. Move here, come back, put a picture there. Yeah,
That looks like us in 16,
one shot,
basically 15.
goes down.
The 2 Barids are what type?
Turn.
One's a hacker, one's a regular hacker, one's a killer.
Because it looks like he might be setting up
Right, so is
your
that my
hacking net
turn?
as
Yeah.
protection against
You've
Normus.
got-
Yes.
Now I'm going to get a drink.
Yeah, force Norcius to use Cyber
To stay in Cyber Mask. Norcius. He has have stealth. I want to say he does.
Surely. Find that out.
Hello.
That's
Can I get a
right,
beer,
yeah.
please?
Yes.
Hazy face.
Yes.
They come in pints.
Well, and super jump. So
Okay, I'll
it's
just
not
have the
that
hazy, so just
not
spin it.
that order intensive.
Because Super Jump becomes a normal short move, which
Yes.
means
Yeah.
stealth still applies.
Yes. Funny note: we can hear Frank ordering his beer.
Yes.
He puts the hazy over the log.
Fair enough.
One of the benefits of being in a licensed venue.
It is very.
Thank you.
We've
Could
got
one of you guys
another-
come over and just check a line of fire for me?
I'll leave that to Nick.
All right. I have returned.
I want to see is if this impersonation climbs up to there, can it see the base of that mud there? Because the mud is prone. Maybe a token is. Yes.
Which is prone.
Yes.
Oh, that's a steep.
Do you want to put a
wanna
marker
be
there that's
pretty
easier to
bloody
see?
steep.
How do I get
And that's a long. Whoop.
Sorry, internet.
Would a laser
make
help?
a full recovery.
What?
Would a laser help?
Oh, that's the way to do it.
Sorry, here, let me get
Very
Do
right.
you want to use the laser?
Actually, can you replace that with the yellow token?
Here's an orange one.
Oh, sorry, no, yes.
That
So we're just
it makes
shifting
it
behind his
much
colours.
Yeah. No. Okay. Thank you.
It was the grass tufts. That
Yeah, they were making it. That's what I thought as well. I couldn't tell. All right.
Yeah, camera's fine.
So I don't want to get jammed. I do want to kill Yara Haddad.
Well, so
better to
Okay,
kick
so
the camera by
impetuous.
accident than the table.
yes.
Uh,
My
Petrus order, this
assumption
guy
is that
would,
it
I
can't
think,
see
just
because
go
it's not
this
steep
way,
enough of an angle.
which I don't really
Correct.
care about.
What
So I'm
the
not gonna do
problem?
that.
Yeah, it came up because of the nice scenic
that
bases that have piled mud and
I'm gonna spend a
tough
regular
grass on
order.
them
Yep.
that look gorgeous. That
Our
increased the
intentions are right
height
tucked up
of the
there,
top
right?
of the base.
Yeah, of course.
So we had to swap out for
So
not just a base, but a
and
nice
he's in a
orange
core,
base,
right?
high visibility.
so we can
regular
pull it.
height.
Yes, and then look and go. Oh, no, not even close.
Yeah, and as the proud owner of a couple of armies on quite nice scenic
I don't
bases
know
that
what I
add,
did with my-
3 to 6 millimeters.
Yeah.
46 millimeters is a very tall S2.
I don't know what I did with my tape measure, Frank.
Here,
I'm very
this is
good at. Oh no, it's right here.
Got it?
It's right here. So 2 shots.
not the first lost
not
tape
great.
measure we had in
what I
Extreme
really
Games so
need
far
to
today.
do
I think they've been one in
is
each,
something
at least.
Yeah.
better at shooting.
It's inevitable.
Which is impressive when they're like bright yellow or green
What's
tape
it-
measures on a
Dr.
blue or gray mat.
But it doesn't.
Sucker likes
It's not,
shotgun.
it's not about. It's about the seeing the game as the
Correct.
scenario
And
that's
an
being
AP rifle as well.
described.
Correct.
Wherein there is not, in fact, a giant tape measure.
Correct. You're looking. Your
have
brain
set me
is
a
geared to
slightly
look
thorny
at
problem
the
because I
models
don't have anything that's
and
good at
pop
shooting
those
things.
out of the background noise.
Okay.
And the tape measure is
So then
terrains
Yeah.
and blends in, even though it's a different color.
that way. If this
Similar
Caliban
to
was just to run
when you look at the
through
table
around here,
and the models
what will
pop,
see him by the time
which
he
is
gets to
those
here. This will see him there.
yellow orange
that will see him
walls
there.
in the middle of the blue
I
street
don't think
Yes.
anything else.
blend
Whereas
in
Pandora, she's
because
standing where she is,
then
so
you
she's
look at it and
not
go,
prone
it's
'cause she
terrain.
moved.
Yeah, I can
Oh, yeah,
classify
you did
that as
that.
terrain. It goes in the center of the bucket.
What's the arm with?
A flash pulse, and she's dodge -6.
Someone's going after Pandora.
I don't
So
know.
I've seen more Pandora
This is a
today than I
stupid
have
plan, but it just
since
might
her
work.
release.
Yeah, okay.
She's
I'm going to
I
spend
think
an
she's
order
better
on this
than
young
she first looked.
yes.
strapping
I think
camo
the
marker
power
over
of
here.
dodge -6
Strapping young
is
Caliban.
Yeah,
not to be
he's totally not a
underestimated,
Caliban.
and
What are you
even
talking
though
about?
Zero Pain
so
is
he's
like a
gonna
pretty
come over
narrow
to
hacking
here.
program,
Yep.
when it's relevant, it's real.
I don't think there's any
And it's
arrows to
an
that.
upgrade.
Yeah.
So she has
Okay,
a
so
full
I'm gonna-
hacking device.
Yeah.
Run,
And
He's
zero
in
pain.
Mux there, right? Yeah.
Which, like I said,
run to there.
if it comes up,
Again, I
it's
don't think
excellent.
there'll be any arrows.
But
Okay, I'm going to spend
it's
another
not something you
order on
should think too much about. She has a
He's
hacking
going
device.
to run.
Yeah.
She's also got that for the corner cases, but she is very defensible. Dodge -6,
basically to the
zero
bottom
pain
of
if you're
the
hacking.
stairs.
So if she doesn't have to reset, she can zero pain.
Yeah,
So
well, the
now I'm probably in zone of
conversation
control of
I had-
that. I don't know whether you see me or not.
earlier
I
today
can definitely
was
see
about
you.
Okay,
getting
well,
guide-
just come slightly back.
So you can't see me?
Yeah,
On
it
the-
works.
on the
That-
stairs
that's shooting
to
on
not
a
be seen.
BS12,
Yep,
so
okay.
she was in a
actually,
forecourt,
no.
so she was dodging
No,
on a
maybe
12.
listen,
So
'cause it's a new order.
great 1v1.
What do you want to do?
Yep. Not stoked, but
So this is a new order. So this is the
sufficiently
first
heavy
one.
for
This is
opponent
the
to
first
spend
one
that
in
time
order,
doing
yeah.
that.
Yes, for guided.
Yeah,
And
Get that guided
what
back
did I
to
see he
base
was armed with
BS.
last time?
yeah.
It is a
Plus,
board observer
her-
that has a boarding
Her
shotgun.
loadouts
Okay,
are
I'll
interesting.
discover with the mutton.
Yeah.
Definitely
And
like
I don't think
a
Pandora sees it
backfield
yet.
piece that you
All right,
want
if you
to
discover, that will give me a
wait until
free...
she has a clear path. But
What's Pandora
Flash Pulse
Pandora
plus
armed
1
with?
burst on whip
Not
14.
much. Like she's got a flash pulse, and I think
Flash pulses aren't
think
usually
that's
the
pretty much
go-to
it.
for active turn. However, that gives her a really nice range. And
yeah, flash
allows her to
pulse,
go
Emerats,
toe-to-toe with a lot of
HMG,
arrows,
multi-sniper
especially
rifle,
when she still has the
break
option of
combat.
dodge. So if you
Just the
move her
flash
out,
pulse and a viral
they
pistol.
have to declare their arrow.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
drop a couple of templates
If
on you, I think.
they shoot,
discover.
you can dodge.
So like
And
that.
if they choose to do something else,
Okay, so
you
it
can
doesn't
flash
matter
pulse.
the discover because I reveal
Yeah.
anyway, just too safe.
Okay,
on
that
top of
creates
that, she's got the
hacking
profile
arrows.
with medkit plus 1 burst.
Where from?
The picture
Yeah,
here.
which is
And-
an
Oh,
there's a
interesting,
picture there.
like,
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
backup. Like, you know, she's
that
not
picture? Oh, you
scoring
buy one
the
down there and one
doctor
down
or
there. Yeah, I must
paramedic
have missed that.
classifieds, but
No,
it is
that's
nice
okay,
to
that's-
be able to bring
Correct.
something back.
Yes, just a, and she's BS12. So
Okay, so two
that's
saves.
effectively
Two
a
saves.
linked
Yeah.
hit it
11
with
that's
the
not-
inches. She's hitting on 15s with 2 dice.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you're going to then get 2 fizz rolls.
Yeah.
And
Are you going on conscious or dogged?
oh, dogged. Thank you.
That's okay. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm just going to put him at the bottom of the stairs, but he's sort of on them a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, no, I think that's a nice try.
Okay, do you want to spotlight him or anything?
Oh yeah,
That's
spotlight.
right. Their arms are lined up.
With the
At
barrier?
the moment. Yeah.
So
Yeah, comes
Barid
back,
first
yeah.
of all. Yes.
1. Great.
Okay, so I am targeted.
So we've got it targeted down.
Hey,
What do I have in
that
group
model?
2 that can cause
what's that?
this
What's
in-
that model? You're quite easier to just.
I'm going to spend an order from group 2
Yep.
It might be a data.
on a Dadarazi.
Yep.
If he runs over this way, not much is going to see him, am I correct?
Dadarazi's in the
So I'm just going to go 8. Let me know if
But this is Dodorosi that
stop for an
did
arrow.
not explode with the
Yes, yes.
So he'll come
So
to
both were in a
That
similar
one will
place.
not be featuring on the stream.
here.
It's not a stream,
Arrows?
it's a mist.
No.
Nope.
Yes.
He could dodge if he wanted, but
Yeah.
you know. Oh, I'm gonna have to come over into your place.
My special place, Lachlan. What have you done?
I know I have a special place in your heart. So he's basically under the bridge there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes it feels
the
like you don't
Dodorosi
have
is
a
redeploying
partner.
onto the other side of the field.
Yeah.
All right, arrows.
Okay, so he's
I'm just not that
going to the
jamming
other
means
side and
anything to
avoiding
me,
Yara.
but I think I'm just outside. Hey,
Breeze,
which
I'll
makes
hack-
sense because
Yeah.
So
he
I'll
can't,
just roll
to
he
two.
Yara.
can't smoke the way through.
Yeah.
But
I'm
Spot it.
targeted,
If-
I guess.
Yara's already committed
I am
halfway up
going
the other
to-
side.
Yeah.
He can now
Spend another order and
run around the
move
middle
another
building
8.
and use that to block.
Well, I'll move forward
Ooh,
to
he's
start with.
going deep with that Dodorosi.
To there.
Mm-hmm.
Come under the bridge,
Well, I mean,
my friend.
I guess this
Okay, to there.
is transitioning from a
What's
screening
your intention to
maneuver
see
to
and
an
not be
attack
seen,
run.
etc.?
Yeah,
potentially.
Well,
so
I
I think at
don't
this point he's
prone.
got both
Well, I don't think I can
HVTs,
see you.
both his destiny targets killed.
And
He's got
so I'm in
his
your zone of
HVTs
control.
pulled
I don't
back.
have stealth.
So
You-
yeah, at this point it's just
I so could have done
Kill it
something
all.
else. Anyway,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Well,
What would
and I
you
think
like to
probably
do?
the
I
thing
can't
I'd
see.
be
I can't see anything else. I
potentially
don't think.
worried about is the
I
missile
think the
launcher
only real
hitting
option is to
the
dodge
bike,
here, isn't it?
and therefore the
Yeah,
two.
you could jam me, but I'm more outside. I
Yes,
guess.
the two.
So
he's
I'm going to
Lachlan's
move
two
again?
designated targets.
Yep.
so
gonna
let's see
Come up to
if
this
that
thing
missile
so I
clip-
can see you.
Because it
Thank you,
looks
Dodge.
like
What-
the
Oh, you
Park,
didn't
the
dodge.
Park missile bot I
you
think is
didn't-
on this
you didn't
red
dodge?
building.
Okay,
next
so
on
I'm
its
going to
own.
O12 prestige.
So looking
Yep.
down this way, but otherwise, but protected, presumably it's prone. That's
And
gotta be.
I am
would assume
going
so.
to berserk into you.
Okay.
Oh, what's your CC?
Like, not much, 15 or
Oh,
something.
actually, the Dodorosis
really?
are really good to bring up there and clear the mutts
Yeah, because they're veterans.
because they're
I'm
veterans. You
worth
can't be
more than
channeled.
you.
Yeah,
I'm just going to run into CC with you.
that's another
berserk.
motor we are.
All right, I'm going to chain rifle you.
That was a dumb decision of mine. I
That is the
will
downside of trying to take it.
double chain rifle you back then, sir.
Very well. Okay, so I'll make 2 chain rifle
Everyone
saves.
gets chain
Yes.
rifles.
Everybody gets a chain rifle.
4 and a 20.
So you died?
Hell yeah,
You
Blazer.
died?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so
Well,
I will see if I die.
What got dog?
I go unconscious.
Excellent. Go, Mutt.
Yeah, good value on the
let's
mud.
Get a little wound. I mean,
Yes.
he was annoying as
there's
much
two
should be.
doctors in Frank's
Yeah,
back.
that's the best they've ever gone.
So it makes sense
Super
to
annoying.
want to preserve,
so then
especially
I'm
because
gonna
it has
Spend an order,
got a
Yep.
chain rifle,
and I'm going to
that
re-camo with my
probably
friend the
fine.
You also
Caliban
know what happened
Yep.
with Dodorosi. Dodorosi went down.
to
Yeah.
become
So
totally not a
you're right.
Caliban
Now
anymore.
it's not. It's a good idea to keep the
And I'm going to spend another order on him.
mutt unconscious. You can doctor it later. There's not a whole lot there
And
to
I'm going
No, well,
to...
go after with the dogged.
the immediate punish on
I'm going
going
to run
down
this
rather
way.
than being dogged.
The
So hold on, if I
risk I
come
see
down like this, I can't get to the
is
stairs
I think
without
his
a signal,
Caliban's on that side of the
but I
bar.
can come this way a bit.
And an unconscious body
How many orders you got left
to
for
a
this group?
Caliban.
I'll tell you in a
Delicious.
second
Yes.
when
Love an
I run back
unconscious
over there.
body.
Yeah.
So I come to
Now,
there.
it's only got one.
I don't think anything has an
level of
arrow.
wound
I'm in
it
a
can do
hatching
to it.
area,
But
but
that's okay. That's okay.
You already spot that?
Take those.
yeah, so I'll just move again.
It's pretty
And I'll
smart.
move to the point just short
I
of
guess
where...
the line
Pandora
of
can
fire
see.
I was talking about for that missile box isn't
like that.
mustn't be there.
So the orders I have...
I think he's
I
more
have-
interested in just clearing the chaff, especially the mutts.
Yeah.
Because I'd be concerned about the mutts.
I
And
don't
the
know what happened
Dodorosi's
with that
the
one.
last good
But
PCS.
looks like
to
I
go
had
up and
3
take care of the
orders.
mutts.
Yeah.
Or safely.
Right, so I'm going
Yeah,
to
and there's
spend
no
an order,
med kits
and I'm going to run
in
like the
Minotaur moorings.
clappers
They're there to die.
up here,
I wonder
or to that step.
actually I wonder
Delay.
what that means for
Everyone's delayed.
Delay?
Yep.
And I'll move without stealth. I
obvious
assume
as
he'll
well.
delay as
So
well.
probably retreats not.
Okay, so I'm going to
relevant,
run
but that
Retreat isn't an
around like
mission.
this.
of course, yeah. That might be a misunderstanding.
Right,
Lockwood.
and then I'm gonna
He was
spend
talking
another
about it
order.
being very grab all
And
the
I'm
marbles
going to
first, and then be happy to
run
leave.
into close
I
combat.
think he's also saying I score
With-
the maximum
Yeah.
points.
Mr.
That's
Asawira,
sealed.
Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now all I have to do
And
is shoot.
attempt to
Yeah.
inflict violence upon him.
Very well.
And
So let us do
Now,
violence. You and I
all of-
together.
Okay,
His
let's
designated
do that.
targets
What would
are
these
dead.
guys like to do?
So
and if,
this
because
one will.
his HVTs are in the backfield,
So it needs to
he-
break the
if
fight, and
he
he's
can
going to
push the
CC
battle
you
line
back,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now it
Depends
makes it
what
even
you're- I mean, he
harder
could shoot
for
and
the
make
opponent
it-
to get
that
there.
could shoot too.
Yeah.
No, I
And
think I want
as
to
he
make
pushes
the.
it up, he drains
I think a
orders where if the
face-to-face
opponent
roll. Yeah.
and hopefully gets to the point where the opponent doesn't have
yes,
enough orders to
I
get
will
to his
Yeah.
HVTs.
break the
let
fire
alone
team.
Yeah,
So
really prosecute
shoot
that attack effectively.
and shoot.
Okay, what with?
So this one's going to be a flash pulse, I think, maybe.
Yeah, that makes
Does
sense.
that make sense? Where do you start? Here.
Yeah.
So no, I think it'll be a viral pistol.
Oh, you got a,
this is-
he's
this
got
is
a viral
Pandora.
pistol.
This
or
is
he's
Pandora.
got
Yeah.
Pandora.
a- He's got a viral pistol.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also,
Yeah, far away.
devastating.
Yeah.
So
Although this is arrow, so
I was there. and
yes,
then I
another
moved
thing the
to-
Panda score. That
So if any part of that
it's a
stare
plus
is
one
a
versus
bit
fire
innate,
pistol. And
Yeah.
yes,
getting
well,
Virel
that is a
pistol.
really nice end game
Well,
shooting piece.
It is.
So-
that cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to there, then to there, and then this
looking at it, I think
next
the
order
submachine gun
is when I went
is a
into
profile
close
is really
combat.
hard sell.
It is.
So you revealed the whole
I
order.
don't think
You
it's
reveal?
worth it.
Yeah, but I think I
no.
start there.
Oh,
because
it's just a new order from
Yeah,
there.
because
Yeah.
I want
its
it was
range
two,
isn't really
then
any
new order.
better than the
So
viral
you'll be
pistol,
beyond that.
and the viral pistol is
that,
burst
okay.
3.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather go for the viral
Yeah,
pistol.
it probably needs to be the flash pulse, doesn't it?
Well, the
Uh,
flash pulse has the advantage of
and you
if
really-
flash pulse me. I can't attack
Pandora's
you
got
again.
enough
Yeah,
other
okay.
stuff going
So
for her
flash
that
pulse
the
and
suppressive fire
Light shotgun
Template
is
or-
not really
template?
great.
No,
Yeah.
for her, well,
and
you
fighting.
won't break it on a dodge
Violence.
minus
All right.
6.
So,
Let's do these other ones first.
okay, so do the flash pulse.
Actually, no, let's do this one first because that's the one that matters, right?
Okay, so I'm. What martial arts are you?
Level
Good
2.
call.
Level 2. So,
Figure out if the model
But
is
I
there
get
before you
surprise
resolve
shot
the
on
flash
you?
pulse.
so what's your CC?
It is high 22 or something like that.
I'm 23. Martial arts 3.
This is turn 2?
This is top of
23.
2.
Top of
23
2.
martial arts 2.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
cool.
so you
Well,
are
they
on
should be
a
fine.
20,
It's going to snowball
and I'm on a
quickly.
23.
The opening was very
Slow and
methodical.
Yeah.
So you
I
beat
beat
me.
you.
Yep.
So take 3, damage 14, AP saves, because I hit you with D charges.
T-shirts.
Yes.
That's a dead
I
well, it's a
think-
wounded
what's
something.
your armor?
minimum.
4, so that's straight to dead, yeah?
Okay,
That
and
is-
I gained 2 wounds.
Yeah, it's okay. Now the Caliban
Oh.
is
Now the hand, but
Killer.
Caliban is full.
full of juice.
He is a stone cold killer. Okay, so flash pulse.
Oh, yeah, that was that AP
Hits.
and
Yeah.
Hits. 2
needing
saves.
13s and rolling double
I'm
12s.
stunned.
Mhm.
And then
And he needed to
hit
fail
mode,
every one of
so
those.
Just to save
Yeah.
5. No, so I lose one of the wounds that I got. So I'm on 1 extra wound at the moment. Okay, I should have faced myself better, but
Yeah.
I will.
Good call on
so
just tanking
instead,
it
I don't want
and
to touch the
assuming that
beautiful
you're
model.
going to get more wounds from the CC.
A decharge does a lot of work.
Oh yes.
Okay, I have 1 order left, and I'm stunned. I don't think I can go back into camo when I'm stunned, which is unfortunate.
This guy
for
can
me.
see him anyway.
What?
This guy can see him.
Ah,
So you can't go to camera anyway.
well, that's unfortunate. If I wasn't stunned, I'd CC you.
Oh, Norkius has decharges because he's the master breacher.
An order.
Sorry, I
An
just
order.
thought, I just
What
assumed
do I-
Norkius had
My
it.
kingdom for an order.
That was. I thought that was the Caliban that
Oh, sorry.
went in and
Yes, it was the Caliban. It's-
I think. What I will do is spend that order on the Greif operator.
Yep.
The camouflage state
I will
will list
move.
the camouflage state will list the conditions for entry, which
4 inches to here. So I want to stop
yeah.
short
out of line of
of
fire.
Yara
But
Haddad's.
most importantly, it
Line
is
of fire?
it is not an attack.
So I think I'm okay
Yeah,
there,
it
but
can
I
be done
can't
with
really
stun.
see. So can you just tell me
Yes, because
if you see me?
it's sort of
Yeah,
unclear
you should
whether it's
find
a,
out.
So if
activation
I
at
go
all?
there, am I okay?
In that it just
Oh, you're
spends.
asking the hard questions now.
Clearly it is, but it's you consume,
further.
not spend.
Okay,
Correct.
so then
There's
second shot
some
skill, I will just go
room in there
prone
for
and go
but
2
potentials,
inches,
yeah.
and I will stop
But
short of.
they also point out the Caliban can
I
be
like to
seen,
kill
therefore
people
it's
in close
moot
combat.
point.
Yeah.
Actually, no,
With only one order.
I'm wrong. I'm
Well,
gonna
the
stay back
temptation
here.
to reveal like a HD sniper when someone recamos is very real.
Now, this way, I think.
Well, if nothing else, it immediately cancels the
Yes.
camouflage order. Because they declare the order, and then you declare, actually, that was an invalid.
I'll stay back then. No, it's your turn.
Soz my friend.
Right.
Oh, that was a really good play down there, Lachlan. Like getting him up there, past all of that shit.
It can be hard to stop things in Infinity. I've learned this, but you've got to know your order of operations. If you do it in the wrong order, it's annoying.
Yeah,
This I think is a really pivotal point. That you can, with the right sequence, you can unpick most problems, but identifying and executing
What
the
that
right
sequence
is, and then doing it,
I have that.
especially at this point where you've still got the resources that you can probably do things safely.
Yes.
But then that introduces stats of subsequence. That's really exhausting, rewarding work, but exhausting.
And that's one of the more difficult things about Infinity compared to a lot of other war games. It's tougher to see multiple steps ahead.
Yeah.
Just because
Decision space is
Sort of.
not-
yeah,
There we go.
the branching decision space is much deeper because so many orders can be spent on any model. So unlike a lot of other where it's every model activates once, the decision space is far more shallow because there's a limited reach of every model.
1, 2, 3, 5,
Versus
6.
So
if you
listen
can
to
spend
people at home.
10
It's
orders
always
on
berserk
that
with your
model.
data
10
roll.
models, that's 100.
even
be a
if it's
lesson to you.
move, act, that's 40
All
inches
right.
of movement.
Okay.
Right.
So first of all,
So
impetuous
how are you
orders.
doing with orders? Have I killed many things?
Not many things. You killed that, and you killed the Fide and the Mutt, right?
Yeah, so I killed your lieutenant. I killed.
The lieutenant, yes.
I don't know what
that
else. I
was
killed
the
a mutt.
lieutenant.
What was the other thing I killed?
The Fide.
Today. So 3 things. Well, you know.
Okay, so the kill count is actually not that high.
Yeah, because McMurray's on the top of the building in the center, I believe.
Yes,
behind
but I
his
think
post.
McMurray took 1 wound, but he's still got one.
McMurray can take 1 wound. and keep
Okay,
going.
so first of all, I'm going to guided the Caliban.
because it's
Don't
spotted.
do that to me.
Yep.
Why would you do that, Frank?
Because he couldn't recamo.
Yeah.
11.
You didn't wait until I decided whether I was
Yes,
dodging
he
or...
rolled a little
sorry.
early on that
But
one.
I'm going to
Yeah.
dodge. 7. What did you roll?
11.
Well, that's unfortunate. All right, so 3 Cs.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good point. Wait for your opponent to pull their
damage
arrows.
13, AP, I think.
So you don't end up in a situation where you've given them more information
I think
than
I just lived.
So,
Because
The armor 1.
surely I have armor 1. Surely.
yes, is armor 2.
Oh, it's the
well-
Caliban.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just survived a guided shot.
Yeah, we saw.
How good is that?
Guided again.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you want... I can't guts, can I? Can I turn? No. I can go prone and turn, right? So I'm gonna
You're
go
already prone, yeah?
Oh. No, I wasn't prone. You were prone.
Oh, yeah, true.
So I'm going to go prone and turn so I can see that go. Okay.
Just quotes him. I'm not prone, you're prone.
All right, you going to shoot me again?
Guided
Yeah.
again. There we go.
Dan will do it. Got a crit on the dodge.
Nope.
Not crit on the dodge.
You know.
Took
I
the
should've-
orders.
I should have
At this
reset.
point, he probably should
Should've
be
reset.
resetting.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Because he does still have multiple wounds left.
That's not so
yeah.
good.
So, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Quite dead.
now,
So
if you're
So
on
on that first one, was
Well,
probably
he did what he needed to do.
it would have been
That-
best to reset.
His job was killing lieutenants.
Yeah.
His dodge chance isn't high.
Okay, so now I need to do something
compared
about
to
the
being
designated
the
targets.
And if he
And it's going to have
resets,
to be...
then
I've not used impetuous
He's at-
orders.
2 wounds currently.
Yeah.
So he'd have to pass 2 of those saves,
Yeah.
which
Going to have to be with...
isn't great odds, but it's your
You move
best
these up and
chance
do that shit
to
fucker
come
again,
out
or
clean.
Yeah, and you've got It's like a 12% chance to save, but versus less than a 12% chance to just like stack multiple dodges
because
repeatedly.
if you make the unfavored dodge,
Yeah.
then your opponent just spends another order.
Yeah.
And you're at the same position.
Yes. Whereas you can change the state by tanking and then resetting.
Yeah. And with the second wound, probably much better way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's unfavorable.
Oh,
but
yeah.
one of them leads to
That
a
anymore.
cleaner state for you.
Yeah.
Don't need that anymore.
It's not having Nokius at all is not unclean.
Caliban.
Just spin.
Okay,
Might need that. Might need that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
actually,
And I guess this is not in Lockie's interest one way or the other, though, because the Caliban, not Nokius, is on Frank's front line. There's not.
So I think this proves
This
that
isn't
Guiders is too
moving
weak.
anyone forward to
Caliban
get
can
after
just
the.
survive.
Correct.
it's
Just
orders
take
that
the
are
fight
just
shot.
being
What's
spent
going on with that?
to maintain.
Yeah, and all of the points
Okay.
of like the
I guess this
Whether
needs to
it's-
happen now.
lieutenant
I'm going to start
the two
moving my
targets.
impersonator.
or like
So I'm going to
high
place orders
density
down here
army-
so I don't have to
army
keep
point
walking back. So
Yes.
first order
targets.
is
They're
going to be
Cool.
far
two,
away. Not,
two
not right
arrows.
there.
Yeah. One thing he could have considered, because last time, at the end of his turn, he had
Seed
one order
soldier.
left. But the Caliban couldn't recount because it was being seen.
Yes.
I don't
Does that
remember what it was
see him
being
as
seen
well?
by. I
Yeah.
think one
Yeah.
of the things it was being seen by was
Okay,
a
so-
flash bomb.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
And I don't remember what the other thing was.
And
There's something up.
this will see
There's
him
something up
too.
here.
Yeah. It did one wound.
Ammo marker here.
So, one
So,
thing he could have done with that
Seed
order
Soldier
would
will
be
hold.
move to a cleaner
This
location
will
Yeah.
and reset.
discover.
Because that thing
That
could only
will
do one wound unless it
discover.
crits.
Revealing them both.
Yes.
That gives
Okay.
him an unopposed reset.
So that's a
Yes.
shrouded FO.
Yeah. No, that's definitely.
And shockingly, the other one
Over at the
is
table.
a
Rifle
rifle operator.
That's that.
What would you like to do?
I can take a look
I'll
and
move
see
again.
if I can spot it.
Unless it's a. Oh, it's Pandora.
Okay, so
All right. So I
I
need
think
to
you
get.
probably don't
long-time
come with an
Infinity
A, but I think I
personality.
do get you without
Nicky
cover.
Novak.
That's right.
So
Are
that's
you
flats
up
minus
on
6.
the record for demo games today?
So that's a 7.
No, so I've had run 3 demo games today and 1 last night.
That's
So you're
2
4-0?
7s. They're both flats minus 6. Unless you come within 8 of this guy.
So I
you
haven't
come within
really
8
been
of
keeping
this
score.
guy?
It's more about the love of the game. You know,
I
throw
bet
some
you do,
dice and see
Frank.
what
Are you feeling
happens.
alright?
Yeah, I'm just going to
So,
do the croaky voice all
He's
the
on a
time.
7, he's on a 10. Okay, 7 for the Gryphon.
Do my
How's
zone
this game
control
going?
thing here.
Good.
Yeah.
Lucky's set a really solid puzzle for
Gryphon
Frank.
does not succeed.
Yep.
With
The Shrouded
grabbing the
also does not succeed.
Great.
grabbing the
So where
his
I've
two
started putting my orders
HVTs and
there.
pulling them back.
Oh,
Second
really?
order here.
Clever.
Back down here.
Yep.
So they're chilling here, and then
Move to here.
having a Gryph
Arrows.
and the Caliban
Okay, so
kill
hold,
the
discover.
two
He
opposing
can't.
targets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Right. Yep. So he's going to
Then
discover.
making the game.
Yeah.
Like-
Is there anybody else who has any
It's hard
right
for Frank to
to
take
do things?
productive
I think
fights
not.
as far as advancing
Okay.
objective points. There's like plenty of
I could have
game to
defended
be
a bit
played.
better.
Yep.
All
whether
right,
it's,
so what are you going to do?
whether
I'm going to continue moving.
hitting
All right, so
whether hitting
we'll
the
be on a 10.
the Caliban who's up here with a guided strike
Nope.
is important.
Yep.
Obviously,
Another
like
order?
it's treading water. It's not
Move.
having things get worse.
Do you know what
but
turn they're on?
This
Probably
is
don't have any
the
arrows from
very
here, right?
end of turn 2. And
Okay.
I
Arrow
think
there,
turn 3 would
an
be
arrow
very
from where he
decisive.
started, but I can only hold.
Yep.
So I
Interesting.
will hold.
It's one of my favorite missions. I love
Second
this
one will
game.
be to move over here.
There's Lucky's got a mentor LT in the back.
Okay,
I'm
so
not sure who Frank's current LT is, but it was Nasawira.
Zone of controls only, and they have stealth.
There's a McMurray
So,
up on the
are
center
you like
building.
that though, or are you
Yeah, let's
further
go a
back?
little bit back.
Which I
Okay.
think I feel like that McMurray is perhaps the
so
great hope of
no
Aspen
arrows?
in this mission.
Okay.
Cool. So that was the second part of the order, right?
Yep. How many orders you got left?
But even then, it's not.
1, 2,
A lot.
4, 5.
14's all right
Oh my
for
God.
discovering. It's not fantastic, but
Seems bad, Frank.
it's
Got a chain rifle. You can
I feel like
intuitively
these,
attack with a chain rifle.
HVTs are feeling a bit sick.
If you fail a discovery roll, can you still intuitively attack?
Coming to
I'm
that.
not sure. Nick,
that
if
was
you,
FA
if
cool.
you fail a discover roll, can you still
So let's go ahead
intuitively
and
attack that
flamethrower. It's a bit
object?
of range, but it
I
can't get
imagine
me
that you would be able to.
your
Well, it's
dudes are there.
prone, so can't. Oh,
Yeah, I can't imagine why. I can't think of why.
I,
they would.
I have a faint recollection of that being FAQ'd
that
at
can
some
see
point.
you.
But
Yeah.
You're behind her.
Well, you know what? I
Yeah.
might do that prone. To there.
Okay, so what's your intent? Who do you want to see?
Basically, I want to, because there's no way I can template her without her seeing me, right?
You actually you can, because what you can do is move prone, and then she can't see you because she's in the way.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
Oh
was
no,
at.
can you see? You can see through HVTs, right? Can HVTs see through other HVTs?
Believe so.
No. Okay.
I think so. No.
Oh, there's
No,
serious
okay.
disagreement among the TOs here.
Nick's much better at the game than I am.
Okay.
HVTs.
Can you see through a HVT?
No, they
can-
wouldn't
I
be.
feel like you
HVTs
can.
what?
I don't know.
See
that
through
you
another
can.
HVT.
yeah, they
I
don't
feel like
I don't think
people are
HVTs will
short
go on
with
a
this
side.
life
That's a hostile.
anyway.
I don't fucking know.
Just
I
call it.
defer to you.
Just call it.
No.
Okay, you can't see. Okay, so what you can do in that case is you
That
can
makes
use
sense
her to
because
body
it's a
block her by being
hostile
prone.
model.
And then you can just put a
occupies the
template.
space.
I will.
It's
Come
not
straight
just
through.
a
Everyone.
token.
Yes.
So the
But
template's
they
going to hit
did
all
make.
of them.
They sort of made.
Revealed as the Fidei.
There's some
Okay,
things
so
that, that have
everything
been
that
put in
can
out, like
dodge
FAQs
will
to
dodge.
effectively
So
make
are you an 8
HVTs
there? You are
as if
not.
they were
Not there.
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Like how when they
What do you
when
got,
sync
my
with them,
friend?
now they
It
just
is
They
a
just
light
hop
shot.
on your back.
You have to push around a little bit like that so the template can go that way.
Yep.
But indeed, I'm pretty sure you can see all these guys.
Yep.
All right. So, and you are prone.
Well, that means
I probably have a prone marker somewhere. But anyway. All right. So, dodge on her. What are their pH?
In the green box.
Something's going on over here.
Oh, yeah.
The Fidei. It's a
What's the
Fidei
pH
hanging
of an
out.
HVT? 11. So they need 8s.
Mhm.
So, you're templating. Yeah.
Templating.
All right. So HVT closer to you on an 8. Nope. HVT further away from you on an 8. Nope. And then the bike, the body thing with the flamethrowers.
Well, this Fidei is really
Nope.
changing up the scope
All right,
of
so
what is possible
armor
for the
sets.
game.
First,
The
Black's already
Fidei
down,
is
is it?
making decisive
the
plays.
bikes are down. Yeah. So the first HVT closer to you, armor save.
2 saves.
Oh yeah, well,
so
one
it says
is
here
enough,
I mean,
really.
this is from 2018, but that's
So
still
save the second
in
one.
full.
Okay.
No.
I
And
don't
the
think-
other one.
No, it's
And
right.
the other one,
Alright.
19
alright.
and a 16.
Nice.
The immortal. All right, and then the bot thingy.
Mhm.
16 and an 8. It is unconscious, which is unfortunate because it
wanted
would have
to have
been
it flat,
nice
don't
if it could have turned around. I would have liked that and enjoyed it very much. All right, so
Bye, Nick.
unconscious.
Welcome back, Nick.
Straight off of Nick's.
Unconscious.
Okay.
Now,
So,
anybody
on
within
the
8
Caliban,
of somebody who just got
I
shot
believe the wound
change
hook
their face.
in arrow was from a long range
but I don't
arrow
think that's
with a rifle
really
from a
going to
gun.
help me an awful lot in
I
this
love that, yeah.
situation.
So that's a lot might
They
have just
can't move
changed.
though, so yeah,
Looks
okay.
like there's a wound
Alright,
Just do it
on-
again then,
Got
Frank.
another order.
No, the
Go
Fidei's
around
fine.
and
There's 2 wounds over
Take that all
there.
again.
I should have made 2 saves for the
Means
bike.
Frank's
by
at
the way.
least halfway
I'll do that,
through
'cause it
the
might-
process of
Um,
getting rid of
I
the
missed it.
targets.
take the
Both
bike
the
off.
HVTs failed their dodges, or both the designated
All right,
targets failed their
so
dodges, but I
then
think some of them made
dodge
armor
again
saves.
for the
that sounds-
HVT
that
that has
sounds-
not died.
There we
Yep.
go. And
Still an
HVT
8.
has not died.
It's good.
Yep. I will do it
Okay.
again because it must be done.
So you come back and
Yep.
Onto the
do
bike.
you want me to? I'll make
The bike
2
and
saves
one
for the
HVT.
unconscious one and 2
Oh
saves
yes.
for the.
Yeah, thanks.
So the unconscious one miraculously lives,
Wow.
and the bot dies.
Okay.
All right, so
So,
you're coming around and doing
Spend
it
the order.
again?
Doing it again.
All right, so dodging on an 8.
Fails.
Can it see you now?
No, because this passed its save.
Okay, so that is a fail.
Okay. 2 saves.
2 saves. 19. It's unconscious.
And it might be that everyone's prone, so it's the
Re-impersonate.
3 mil base of the bidet is blocked by the 3 mil base of the HVT from being seen by the 3 mil base of the surviving HVT. Yeah.
Ooh, that was a lot of orders. I got one left in the main group, plus an impetuous.
Well, and that it's not level, but it's
No, because if one of the HVCs died,
Those
it gets removed.
four.
no, so it was unconscious and it was passing seconds.
All right, there's no way to engage the
And the
Glyph
HG's
operator
gone.
without
Okay.
taking
Okay,
fire
we
from
got it.
everyone, right?
Okay.
I would
right.
say so, yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, this guy plays Huck Islam. I don't know.
Oh, I missed arrows. There's a guy up there, but I missed it. It's
don't
fine.
play a whole lot of hostile HVTs.
No,
Unfortunately.
yeah. All right, I think we're be shocked
Let's
if
stop.
we don't go a little bit into overtime.
We're gonna go.
So I'm going to use this one instead.
But right now we're on turn 3.
This is no
Top
this
of 3.
Bad.
bottom of 2 is just ending because this is Frank's turn.
Oh, this is
Frank
Frank's
now?
going
okay.
second.
Turn 2.
It's
yeah.
just he's doing it. In
It's just
Lockie's
all on
deployment
Lockie's
zone.
deployment zone. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spec
As
fire
the
a grenade at the
bidet does.
Glyph operator.
That sounds like a plan.
Oh,
Okay, so
Yes.
you do that on
NCO spec
13.
fire grenade.
no, 13. You're right.
5's a hit.
Ooh.
Okay, my dodge. 5, nothing happens.
Do it again.
How many times can you do this?
Crits.
Oh,
I'm
I'm going to roll that again.
4-4. No,
I failed anyway. So
MQ 4-4.
Damage 13.
Oh, it must not be
no,
a spec
I'm
fire then.
unconscious.
Great.
Yeah.
Stop killing me, Frank. It's not
I don't
nice.
know. I trust that they are
I've
being
got
correct.
one irregular order over
Certainly.
here.
Lockie's going to agitate effectively in his own interest, and that's yeah.
Going to use Oathswell Prestige to stand up this flash pulse spot. That's it. Your turn.
Okay. I'm just going to make sure my order count is clean. 1, 2, 3.
Do you want to go and let them know that they've got like maybe 15
4.
minute turns and that we're
Five.
fine with that, or 10-minute turns? 15 probably.
6. Yeah, we're good. Yep. Okay, so we've got a mentor in that group.
This is turn 3, so it should be quick from here.
All I've got. Okay, so
Because
I'm going to spend a
all the
command token.
HVTs are
I'm going to
down,
move
so
the
it's
one
just
thing that I have.
Lieutenants
Kill everything
and
you can.
currently,
no, I'm not
lieutenants
gonna
and
do that.
currently Lockie's up
Alright.
on that, but I don't have a clear picture of who's up on the points.
I don't either. And honestly, that is going to be a really swingy thing this turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, especially right now with the initiative to combined,
Going to spend a lieutenant order.
the more that they can clean up the board,
Yeah.
the less they hit back.
Yeah, every
on
kill counts.
Norcius.
I think
Yeah,
right
counts.
now it's combined's game to lose.
Absolutely, yes.
That's the thing that threatens me.
Yeah, well, it's although there's a Fidei there in the market state.
think
it's,
I have to
it's
do-
powerful, but it does need fuel.
Let's not do that.
It needs fuel, and
13.
What are you thinking? Have we got time to go to the
plus 3
bathroom?
on a 10.
I will.
I guess it depends on what he has left to put over there.
Yeah. You want to ask Poppy to narrate into the lapel mic what he's got surviving, so we've got a picture of that.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the right thing
Yeah,
to do.
I don't want to
Alright.
distract
Yeah,
them.
no, that's fair.
Oh.
Actually,
That's it. Okay.
if it doesn't disrupt you, what do you have left?
I have Norcius. So I have a mentor in group 2, and that's all. And then in group 1, I have Speculo Killer, a couple of Shroudeds, The Caliban's dead. Siege Soldier, Norkius, and Icodron, and that's it. So 6 things, and a lieutenant order that Norkius can get from the mentoring group too, and then I've got
For
a no
anyone
talk
listening, I
proceed.
did not
So
take
go
my
pretty
mic
quick. My
to the
plan
bar.
is jump Norkius over here, kill this Bidet with him and his whip 15. If I then have orders, I'm not going to explain my plan to you. All right, let's do it. Let's see it. All right. I'm going to spend an order on Norkius.
Yep.
He's going to super jump. He can't get down there, but he can come down here.
Yeah, all the HVTs are dead.
He's going to super jump
That's
over to there.
Over here. Super jumping down back behind the building.
I don't think there'll be any
So I think
arrows to that. There will not.
Morkius going over
And then he's going to move
for
again.
the Fide.
He didn't jump right off the top,
And
did he?
Yeah.
with whip
He did.
15, he's
If
got
he doesn't
good
try off the top
chance.
yard, her dad will probably see him.
Yeah, lunch was a while ago.
Grab your laser and laser down this way.
Good plan.
I am happy to give it to you.
Okay.
Do you want to discover?
What's he armed with?
He has a breaker combi rifle.
I will discover.
I will therefore just throw shots at you.
Actually, is that a smart idea? You're going to shoot me and you're going to be on minus, what's his ballistic skill?
12. So he will probably be on -6, so he'll be on 3 6s, probably.
Yeah, 3 shots and 6. It's still too risky, I'm delaying.
Okay. So then I'm going to spend an order on him. He's going to come around here like this. And then he is going to move again, and he's going to move just to the point before you can see him.
Yep.
Something like, actually,
Yep.
what he will do instead is he will dodge.
Okay. Revealing him.
It will reveal him, but nothing else sees him except for potentially that when he moves, I think. So he dodges on a 15, I think. Yep. Okay, so he dodges 4 inches. He's going to come 4 inches around here, directly in front of the Fide.
Yep.
Then he's going to spend an order and he's going to discover.
Okay. I'm not going to react.
Okay, that reveals me. So I'm +3, -6, 18. I'm on a 12.
Second half of order.
Oh, here we go.
Bro, declare
the second half of my order is shoot you.
What are you doing in the second half of the order?
I'm shooting him. Yes.
You can't. It's impersonation.
He has
too.
impersonation too.
yeah.
You have to discover twice.
Yeah, let's discover twice.
Okay.
Here's opening the first one
So-
once.
2 12s.
Can you discover twice in one turn?
Yes, it's a movement.
It's a movement skill.
2 discovers.
So-
All right.
But I
it doesn't matter.
can't get both of you down.
So
If you
discover the first one. If it succeeds, you get the second roll. If you fail the first one, you can no longer discover it and it invalidates the second one.
But they both happen in the
you can only
resolution
lose
phase.
one.
You can only lose
Yeah,
one level
one
at a
level.
time.
Impersonation.
They
Target's
both
the
happen
first
at the
one.
same time as in the resolution.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
phase.
Thank you.
So there's no point rolling 2 dice.
There is, because one can be a success.
But if it's a success and then another success, it still just loses 1 level in
It
impersonation.
does, but it means I haven't failed. Because the second level is a different marker than the first.
Okay, I don't understand, but roll them.
They're both successes anyway, so
So he's now on impersonation 0.
yes. Okay, so now I will spend another order, and I will discover. This time I will be on an 18.
And what is the what's he going to be shooting me with? And how many wounds?
He has 2 wounds. Well, effectively, he's got NWI with shock immune, and he's whip 15, so he's discovering you on a 15.
And what's the armor?
A breaker combi.
So you're discovering me at 18. I'm going to reveal, and my arrow. My arrow is going to be shoot you back with a light shotgun in hit mode.
Cool. All right, so I am 3 dice on 15s. And you're 1 die on 17?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
1 die.
Yeah, because your BS 11 and then
A lot
plus
of room
6.
above a 9.
You missed. So I hit you 3 times.
Pass.
You pass. Okay. Phew! I'm going to spend an order. Going to run into close combat with you.
Okay.
so I assume
I'm
you
going
say.
to fight you in hand to hand.
Okay.
Or only took
pilots.
one.
You got burst 2 or something?
Yeah, I got burst 2, and I am CC 25 martial arts 4, I think.
Righto. Whoop. 16.
I beat you, I think, because you are. Yeah, I add 5, and you add. Yeah.
How many dice am I rolling?
Did that beat you? What did you roll?
I rolled a 16.
Are you CT 22 or 23?
23.
23.
Yes.
So
So,
I
the 15
am-
wins.
So I rolled a 19 essentially.
Yes, so that one doesn't beat you, and that one does.
Yep.
So that one counts as a crit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so you take 3 saves versus half BTS.
This will be fine. No,
It
will
is
not.
fine. Okay, so I am up 2 wounds.
Yep.
Because I killed you a lot. Okay.
Take him off.
Okay, so now. So if I go 1, 2. I need to. All right, so I'm going to spend an order. I'm going to come
Okay,
So he
6
was
inches
using his
back
EM.
this way.
CCW on that one.
To maximize the
So
number
there?
of dice roll. So
Then I'm going to
so-
go
yeah.
2 inches to there.
Also, it's
I'm
a
gonna
higher
spend an
damage
order.
value.
And I'm going to
Because
super
it's
dump
his fizz of
up here.
12 plus his martial art.
like that. And then I'm going to move like
Might have the slightly wrong list. There was a bit of a group change.
this.
Okay.
Then I'm going to O12 Prestige and
I'll
I'm going to
clear that up
Cyber
later.
Mask.
Okay, just work it out with your opponent, I guess, unless you need us to step in.
And I'm going to move there prone, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. And then do I have anything else? I've got 1 order on that.
Does it make any difference that this guy is actually still prone? I just realised I used an order from the wrong group.
That he's still prone.
Yeah, because remember he used an order to stand up?
Yeah.
I used it from the wrong group.
Okay, that's fine. Just leave him prone. I think I am done and it's your final turn, my friend.
Okay.
Very exciting.
That wasn't
let's have a look.
as hard of a push, but it cleared basically the last major piece that he had to
So I've
run
got
through.
7 orders, is
his,
that right? Yeah.
Squishy bits in the back.
Just make
Yeah,
sure your order
now
counts
it's-
right because it'll be important.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on McMurray at this point.
Yara, Gulam, this fighting is fine.
And yeah, getting
These 2 guys
Norkius
are fine.
up to full
Pandora's fine, but she's in the
Yeah,
different
4
group.
wounds at
Hang
this
on.
point.
Yeah, it means
Not-
very
let's not screw this
difficult,
up.
and that's 50 points to fight safe. Yeah. As well as the mental.
I was using a different
Presumably
version of the list, and
you'd
the
have
one that I'm
something to say
looking
about
at is
it.
different to the way I've been playing it.
Just keep on playing it the way you've been playing
It
it. I
has
think.
been consistent. The only
I'm
difference
not
is which
sure.
group Pandora's in and which group the Flash Boss is in.
It's chill, mate.
Yeah. So that means, 7 and some McMurray.
So that sounds like he has a fair number of orders left still.
Yeah, 7 orders into McMurray sounds.
My order is my favorite. 1,
7
2,
plus McMurrow.
3,
Oh,
And
4,
McMurrow generates 2
5,
himself.
6,
right.
7.
Because he's impetuous.
Yeah. Surely they haven't given him tackle. That would
Group
be
2
Halting.
is 2.
Yeah, if he's able to push through. It doesn't seem
So,
like
right,
there's...
McMurrow's only got 1 wound left.
Yeah. But that
1.
there's... Seem like there's heaps watching this sort of road outside of its own.
Going to use the command token to move the missile button to group 1.
Cool.
1 command token remaining.
So how many orders?
Consolidate
I've
the
got
groups.
8 and in the impetuous McMurray order and some shit in the other pool, which is not useful.
All right.
So let's do it. What am I aiming to do? It's basically
I
just
think
army
the
points. I don't think I can get to your lieutenant.
Is in the other group is dead.
But I think that there's something...
Now what's up? Seed Soldier.
That's where. Nope.
There's a
sorry.
camo marker
It's still
there.
there.
Yeah.
That's about it. The top. So an Ecodron back here. So Impetuous, you want to do McMurrow?
No.
Cool.
Goodness. He's being watched by something.
I don't know if he is being watched, but everywhere he would, Impetuous 2 is being watched.
I will Impetuous. Can I Impetuous jump?
I believe so, yeah.
Jump is
Yes.
one of
So I will Impetuous jump across here.
Yeah, because he has super jump,
In front
so
of
that
Seed
becomes a short
Soldier.
movement skill, and he can use it.
I will shoot you with
Oh, hang on, you get a combo rifle, don't you?
Yeah, I'll shoot you with a
No,
combo
I
rifle.
won't do that. Dump. I just keep thinking it's the pants vest, and I want to expend it.
Yeah, I
but I'm
know.
like,
That's why I keep on saving it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, cool. I guess I'm going to use my lieutenant order first of all, and start moving this fire team across.
Cool.
So we got 4.
Yeah, I think
Or-
that's it's a bit askew, but I think
Oh,
we've
it's
got
close.
the important part of the
6.
Frank's DC is not where the game will be decided.
At what stage does the Seed Soldier see me?
In worst case, the little bit that's not there is
When I come past there, is that right?
You'd have to get up. Basically, if you're there, and then this has a line out here, I don't see you there.
Gotcha.
A really nice table.
And
to
in fact, even this
stand
building
there.
is kind of in the way. So
Yeah, actually, makes
So
really
can I
good
move
use
under
of
there without the
CB
Seed Soldier
Train
seeing me?
and showing how you can
Sure.
expand the basic set of
Silhouettes
CB
like
Train
there
into a
to-
full
check it
table
out, is
that looks
I don't
unique
think
and
I think
doesn't
I will
look
be able
like
to
you
see
just
there. Let's check it.
put together a bunch of CB Train.
What's your eyes?
As good as it is.
not even
Yeah.
close.
No?
So the
I said my 3D vision shit. So where do I have
Like the
but I
little,
will see that guy, right?
Asian
yeah.
inspired house over there
From
with
that
the
corner, you see this guy.
Okay,
walkways,
I'm going to fire
Then you've
2
got,
smoke grenades there.
Sure.
one or two
This micro-
industrial buildings. Yeah, the center building, and then a couple more walkways to work with the
20 and
CB
18
train.
files. Okay,
Cool.
that's fine.
Oh,
Another
and of course
move
cars. Yeah.
to there, to there, to there, to there. Arrows,
None.
2 smokes. Yes, goes down.
Smoke to there.
Cool. So Yara still spearheads.
There you go, my friend.
Link lead.
All right, another order.
Yeah, gonna try to get some more smoke shooting out of Yara.
Just knocked it slightly. Cool.
Wonderful.
I just have like a
mechanic.
missile launcher or anything like that, does it?
Oh.
Over here. That's the first order. The second order will be to move up there into the smoke, so you can't
Cool.
see me.
Second short score.
Yep. Next order. We're gonna have a gunfight.
Okay, so idle, I do nothing, you shoot me, I dodge.
Okay. 4 shots. Let's check the range. We are. Oh, you're gonna have to help me with this one. Yeah, we're in.
So you're inside 24?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So, and you're MSV, right? So ignore my mimetism. So it's just cover, you just +3, -3.
Yep.
So you're on 13s?
4 shots on 13s.
Cool. And
I'm
I'm
not
on
sure
a
if it's on
12.
the shrouded or siege soldiers up
I
there.
failed my dodge.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You hit me twice.
Yep.
Is it shock?
AP.
AP. 10, 11, what's the damage?
13.
13, so that's a pass. Do I have any armor?
So
Do
I think
do Shrouded have armor? They do not.
Shrouded.
I take a wound and go unconscious.
Is these just Vasti, so still gives you points? Is that right?
I don't think it works that way, but it does have regeneration.
And that will happen in my state's phase.
Yes, so on a
Oh.
12, it gets back up.
Oh no.
Yucky.
It's annoying, but
Yeah, it's not, it shouldn't
It's
make
fine.
the difference on this.
actually, no, it's
Wow.
23 points.
Yeah, no, that
Shrouded
actually,
forward
on
and
my
further.
estimate, that will make the
That
difference.
could well.
That'll put it back to
Move to here. Can anything see me?
203.
I don't believe so, no.
Presuming nothing else dies, which seems optimistic. But the age-old tide of one
and
killed
that'll
more
be
LTs, one killed more army points is very real.
Oh, yeah, that's a 3-point swing.
Yep.
Because they've both got all the DTs down.
Okay, I've got
Yeah.
4 orders and
yeah, he's up
impetuous
on.
order left.
So
So what
if
can I realistically
Assassins
do?
goes
I'm
up
not
on
getting
army
around
kill
that corner and
points,
shooting
we
we
can
can
Northeast,
look
am
at
I?
a
is
7-7 draw.
Is up here and he
Because I think
vaccinated and
both players
prone.
alluded to that they have a history of draws.
Norkius does not want to die today.
Aw, Norkius doesn't want to die today.
In Cyber Mask.
Yes.
Right,
Not sure he has enough
pictured.
orders to get
That's
through
fine.
Norkius's 4 moves right now.
No. It's a lethal game, but yeah.
Peek in the corner, is that right? I can't see from this angle where I need to be to see him. Where
Can't
do I
see
need to be?
You would need to be a bit further than that if you have the movement.
Come around this way?
Yeah, in that case you would.
Yep. So I'll go there.
Okay, so I guess I'll just shoot you because I'll be on an 11 with a combi.
With the combi?
And you're on. Are you
13.
bad in close range?
Yeah, but it's only under 8.
I don't think you're under 8, but let's check.
News from the sidelines. Dan Brown
you
has
are
lost
under 8.
his game against
Yep,
Val
I'll
and is
use the heavy
extremely
pistol.
salty about it in the group
Cool.
chat.
Hello?
Crits and 2 hits.
So 4 saves?
4 saves. Nope.
What's the damage of a heavy pistol?
14.
14.
Is it 14? Wow. Okay, so
Heavy pistols are serious.
yeah.
This man is not
14
getting
on
enough.
the
This
legs,
man is
yeah.
not getting full leverage out of his Dedarazi.
Oh,
Because I have like armor too, which I don't think I do.
So everything else of yours is basically clustered on top there, right?
Pretty much.
There's no opportunity for me to get a pitch in there because everything's under Cyber Mask and in tokens. So I think the only thing I'm going to be able to do is just ensure that Shrouded doesn't get a thing off.
Maybe. How many orders you got? Can you even
3
get
orders plus the I just need to get a picture off of it.
Oh, you can
sorry,
picture and guide
picture
it. Yeah.
the unconscious
spotlight.
shrouded
Picture
spotlight
spotlight guide.
missile.
Well,
Yeah,
and you get one shot, 1 dice on 18 is not
'Cause you,
bad.
you haven't fired pictures from these guys, have you? No, you haven't.
I tried to, but no. Okay, move
yeah,
to
but
there,
that's
and I'll drop
the
a
best you
picture
do.
just at that thing right there.
It
Cool.
puts down the
So
regen,
it's gonna be
and
2
I think
pictures at the
that's
same time?
doing it.
Yeah.
I've taken worse
So on
gunfights.
like 14s or something.
Yep, they go down.
It's a gunfight versus an
Just
unconscious
move
body.
this one from down there.
Take some bad gunfights.
Yeah. And then spotlight.
Spotlight using Pandora. Goes off.
Yeah.
Missile with guided. Goes off.
Okay.
3
3
saves.
saves.
1's a fail.
Dead.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
one fail.
That sounds like we're now looking the all over by
Nothing
the
there's
counting.
got climbing plus. The grief operator's still around. What's he got? Has he got a sort of machine gun or what's the deal?
The grief operator is unconscious.
Oh, unconscious. Oh, okay.
Free pop doesn't.
2
they're,
orders left. Is there
co-op.
anything I can do with it? Anything else that I need to know of that can regenerate or that sort of stuff? I can't put a spec fire into camo tokens or impersonation tokens.
No.
I don't think there's anything else that I can do to get any extra points or kill anything else.
We call it there.
They're all unconscious. That's unconscious. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Let's call it.
Okay,
Good
let's
game.
see the
game.
points.
I do not know whether it's a draw or whether I won.
So excited.
So it's all going to come down to
Well, and I
Who
think
has
Tell me how many
On
army
the-
points you have left.
on the
is
basis
question.
of Frank's turn, I think it's a draw because Frank had 8 and 1,
So
and
Suda's
then
dead.
Finesse.
Today's dead.
Unless
Today's
something
dead.
had died that unless the Asawira doctor
203.
203.
203.
Yeah.
Right.
So to kill 2.
2 for days, a mutt, and the Asawira.
It's got to be more than 100, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Just let's check. Can you think of any other mob you killed?
So they're about. Oh, they're not quite 30, are they?
Yeah, 27,
7?
26.
It's the cheap ones.
So
Yeah.
52. Then the Asawira. I think this might be a draw then. Oh, I thought I'd done better than that. So.
Let's see what's I'm going to be so stoked.
Did you nominate another lieutenant?
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. Who was it?
Pandora.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I have 134 left.
So again?
I have 134 left. So you get the 3 for more army points. I get the 3 for lieutenants. We both get the
7-7
4 for
7 draw.
killing the thing. So it's a 7-7 draw.
I think both
Lachlan.
That's 3 games in a
games
both
in a
row.
row.
players were
We've
real
drawn.
winners. In
I think that deserves a little more than a handshake.
Yes.
I think that needs a fucking high five.
I thought I killed more than that. I was like, is that all I've killed?
Yeah,
So
I can't think of
I guess
anything
that
else.
means that we
Yeah.
have
So
a
it's just 2 for days, which is like
Winners
52.
interview
That's
with
like
both of them?
40 odd.
Yep.
And
Yes.
The mutt, 6.
Mark.
we want to do that now,
And
or we
then-
want to do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah, nothing else.
We should do that now.
I
we
need
should do
to
it now.
do some
I'm
more
going to use the
killing
loo before we do
or
it.
do some more surviving.
Let
One of
them
those two.
pack up and we'll
All right,
I
well
think
done.
if they,
Best
if they,
possible
they-
result.
they go to the seats, and then we go either side.
Draw. So again?
Once he gets back, over.
You're right.
guys
All right, sweet. Sounds good.
What do we do?
just wait for him to get back, and then so
The mic's still hot. Do you still want it on?
mics are still.
I'll just pack up while you're doing that.
Yes. Okay, the pelt mics are off now. We'll have a winners interview with the 2 of them momentarily. As I just mentioned, that is their 3rd draw in a row. Oh, thank you. Almost. We're going to get them over for an winners interview once they get. Oh, actually, he was back, so yeah. Charge everything up.
Yes.
Website.
All right, winners. Congratulations.
Double winners.
So,
How good is that?
yeah, we're just going to loom here while you do your winners interview.
Well, I'll let you know something. Me and Frank, this is our 3rd game in a row of drawing.
I think it's our 3rd game ever.
3rd game ever, and we've drawn all 3 of them. The other 2 were both drawn on the last order. So this one less so. I feel like my tactic of taking away the H3Ts did not work because I could not discover a today. But
We
it looked like a really good strategy. I think it worked well, but at some point you didn't have enough models to defend them.
Yes, that is true. I kind of had a setup of like things watching over, but they needed to make some discovers to make that per day
Yes.
reveal before it got there. And if that was the case, then I would have been okay. The other thing I probably could have done was get Norkies to go and grab them and take them up onto a building even higher or something. But I'm not sure if they can go prone. So, yeah.
They can only go prone in a guts.
Or a dodge
There
or
you
something
go.
like that.
They can't dodge. Oh, sorry, they can arrow dodge. You're right. So it's
okay.
arrow dodge or guts to go prone.
Yes.
I think we as spectators were definitely like, oh, Frank's on the back foot in the first turn, but it seemed like they kept your cool and were able to focus on advancing your goal, advancing your objectives without needing to achieve them in that first turn.
Which is totally unlike me.
Yeah, no, you put yourself in a position to grind it out, I think, and did so very effectively.
It's interesting because that's what we talked about at the beginning, that my list does that, is poses a challenge and then sees if the opponent can grind back. And in this case, he could.
Yeah. One of the things I said was kind of a nightmare scenario was a lot of stuff hiding under camo that takes orders to discover and then to shoot it. And that was kind of what I faced, especially towards the end when all of the valuable stuff was castled up. Ideally, would have loved to get a picture in there, but, you know, obviously it's not going to work with everything hidden. So I just had to take what orders were on the table. I think getting that impersonator down the today and getting the HVTs, that was the best way to play that thing. I got a bit of luck on my side in terms of avoiding all the discovers. But yeah, it did. That was what I had planned to do, and the plan works, so I was happy with it.
Looked like part of the camo game also fell apart because you drained enough orders that slowly he wasn't able to re-camo, and you picked that off.
Well, it's sort of in a weird choice because if I'm in camo, I'm not AROing. And if I'm in AR, if I'm not AROing, I'm not stopping him from advancing. Right? So Yara was a real pain from that point of view. If I could have killed her, which I did think about at one point, to spend my second turn to kill her, but I decided to go to the lieutenant as well. And I was quite surprised at the end, actually. I felt like I killed more than I actually had, because like a couple of days, close to 30 points, plus your lieutenant, plus I must have killed something or other else. And so I felt like I killed not a lot, but things that cost a bit. So I was surprised that it was so different in victory points.
Astaviras are very economically costed.
They are. But it's got to be up near 40 points-ish, right?
39.
39 on the Spitfire.
Yeah.
Depends on the loadout.
But on gunfighters, it felt like Yara was sort of perfectly tuned for this matchup.
Yeah. So
And as you say, allergic to gun, as Jordan says.
Yeah, well, I don't have a lot of gun there. Like, the motorized bounty hunter is the best, and it just got outclassed in ARO. Right?
the point of having Yara was essentially to deal with a faction which had a lot of mimeters and a lot of camo. It was what I would potentially take if I was going to be facing Steel Phalanx or Bakunin with heavy mimetism, because as I said in the pre-interview, the Dale armies don't do shit against it. So that was the purpose of bringing that unit. My real concern with it was the durability, and I knew that if you really wanted to kill her, you'd be dead.
Yeah, but then you've got priorities, right? Because you've got to kill lieutenants. So I decided to make that play, which worked quite well. But if I hadn't have got spotlit and flash pulsed actually, so I couldn't go back into camo with that Caliban. And it died fairly quickly, even though it had 3 wounds.
Yep.
And that made a big difference, because otherwise, if it could be back in camo, in your side of the board, it would have been with 2 extra orders. Would have been a real pain in the ass.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to charge at my lieutenant with tomorrow at some point, and so I got quite paranoid about that, which is why I withdrew Norkius to be an impersonation marker next to him, so you couldn't get into close combat and you couldn't template it. So I felt like that might be enough, but I just wasn't counting victory points.
The purpose of putting McMurrow forward but not actively attacking with him is essentially to keep him as a threat. For whatever reason, like I said, I was pretty cooked. I think that I actually had some brain shit happening that allowed me to do stuff like that.
I think one thing you did well as well is keep him within 8 inches of a jammer,
Yeah.
which means anything that goes for him up close is going to get jammed, right? So it's, yeah. Because I thought about killing him with Norkius. Norkius has got pretty good odds, even though he's total immune.
Yep.
But I didn't want to get Norkius
Damn it.
jam it as well.
You both brought guided packages. Yours, Lucky, didn't do very much
Mine
because
is,
it was up in ARO.
yeah.
Frank, yours was a bit of a scalpel as necessary. Lucky, do you want to talk a little bit about the put it up on ARO?
It's purely to put everything in the way to stop stuff getting to those HVTs once I pull them back. I don't really care if it dies. It's not really that much of a tool. It's a bit of a distraction kind of effects in my, at least, because I literally don't have a hacker that can spotlight. What I do have is 4 camo forward observers, which if you discover them and nothing else is looking at them, then they'll just forward observe you, and then I'll just kill you for free. But it's not really a big focus of the.
So it's more of like a gesture towards guided rather than a true guided package.
Yeah, and I often find those bots towards the end of a game, looking across a board, if somebody hasn't bothered to kill it, they can be a real pain in the bum.
Frank, do you want to elaborate on that, Frank?
Yeah, guided and Assassins. This tournament is the first time I've ever got guided strikes off with them. And I was trying to get maybe a pitch down to do some active turn guiding, but having the pitches up in defense really obviously saved me with that Caliban. So, that was pretty good. But I don't try and spend too many orders on guided because I find it's not order effective.
Once you've already got them spotted in there,
Yeah.
then it's a difference.
Yeah, putting a picture down, trying to spotlight, then guiding it, unless it's a really valuable piece, that's like punching.
Well, the shrouded in the last turn where you go, well, this might be the difference between victory points or not.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's worth spending 3 orders on in the absence of.
Between the Shrouded and the Seed Soldier, it wouldn't have made the difference, but it would have come close.
Even like we were concerned that 23 points, we weren't quite sure where the two were, but 23 points sounded like it could make the difference.
Yeah, I think there's probably 70 points. The 2 of those would be about around 50.
Well, so I think
Yeah.
thank you so much. I think the venue is emptying,
Yes.
so we might join the venue in there.
We need to empty the venue of people and fill me full of beer.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thanks, chat. You've
All right.
been
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. We had a good time. See ya.
Yep, so we will be signing off for the evening. Yep, I just and be back tomorrow morning. So look for the post, and you should be able to see when we start up.